So you know I'm paid in full.
Hey, what's going on? It's another episode of Addicted to Arguing podcast. And this week, I don't have my boy, the Chief, here.
Chief,
Where you at?
Chief is gone.
All we got is Bobby back there.
Bobby.
No,
Oh,
Chief has
Bobby.
the stomach bug, so
Yeah,
that's rough stuff.
Yeah, he at home. Chief, I hope everything come out all right.
Yeah, whew. No, I don't think he's having no problems with it coming out.
It's holding it down.
Yeah, it's holding- yeah.
Good Lord.
I had it last week, not the moon.
Damn, man, don't y'all send this over here to me, brother. I don't want it.
I mean, it's been days.
If you had it last week, he got it this week. Man, don't.
But he ain't here. There's the missing link in the chain.
Okay. All right. I'll accept that.
Yeah.
I'll accept it.
And as always, I got Derek Keener, professional comedian.
We here, baby.
Yeah.
Last night we were in Little Rock with DC Young Fly, Moneybag Mafia. I got a chance to meet Big Boogie.
Big the rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was with Big Boogie last night. Came to the show.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That was the footage that I saw on your Facebook. Was that from last night?
That was from last night.
They look good. They have like a two-story deal.
Absolutely. We
Looked
were
like a
at
cool
the
stage.
Robinson Center in Little Rock.
Nice.
It's their biggest theater. You know who shot all that?
Who was that?
Tyler.
It looked good.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Tyler, our extra cameraman.
Yeah, man. What I had done was I sent Tyler some other comedians' clips and stuff like, hey, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. Like, I want my stuff to look like this. Brother, I promise. All I did was send him those clips. And when he sent me stuff this morning, I went, holy crap. Like, he knew exactly what
It looked good. Yeah, I seen it today. I was like,
Thank
damn,
you.
that shit looks nice. And then the arena looked nice. And I said arena, but the theater.
Shouts out to Tyler.
Yeah,
He hooked
it
it
looked
up, baby.
Man, so you've been enjoying it. I could tell.
Yeah.
How many people was it?
Place held, well, I don't even want to talk about what the place held, but last night probably about 700 people.
700 people. Yeah,
It's not a lot.
that's just. I mean,
It's not enough for what I wanted.
yeah, I understand that.
I was hoping for 2,200, and so it was kind of spaced out. So to have 700 is still,
Yeah.
It was cool, but it wasn't what I needed. But you know, that's neither here nor there.
How long did it take you to get over like the stage fright stuff? Did you ever have that?
Yeah, I still get nervous before every show.
Yeah.
I get nervous before every show. I pray before every show. But yeah, I'm nervous until I get that first laugh.
Yeah. That probably does feel good when you break the ice, huh?
Once I get that first one, usually I don't have to work long to get my first laugh.
Yeah.
It's usually immediate, and that because I want it to be that, and it's usually a song I'll come out to. Like last night, I came out to this song called "Lizzo" by Moonwalker. Do you know what it is?
I know who Lizzo is.
No, so this song is called Lizzo,
Yeah.
but the artist, his name is Moonwalker.
Is he making fun of her?
I think so. Well, let's say he's not making fun of her, but he is talking about larger women. So the song goes, she got a little bit of stomach, but that's okay. She gonna let a real brother eat her. Appreciate a woman with a whole lot of weight. Baby, that's a whole lot of shake. If I'm dying, then I'm dying when you're riding my face. I'ma wrap my arms around your waist, hold on real tight while I do it. Twerk like Lizzo when you ride to the music. I'ma spread a whole booty while I eat it from the back. And then that's when I stop the song and go, whoa.
Whoa.
And that's where I draw the line at, baby. And usually the audience is laughing at that point, and they're mine. That's literally how I do it.
Using it to your advantage.
Yeah, then I could be like, big girls, where y'all at? Wow!
Oh yeah, you know they gonna be loud too.
Yeah, there you go. They're my babies right there. Big girl, I love big women because, you know, I like that little pouch in the front.
Yeah.
Most dudes don't. I like it. I treat it like a bottle of sanitizer. I just squeeze that little button top. Little sanitizer.
Oh man,
Joe, little sanitizer come out the bottle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, girl.
it's time to get down.
When I say stuff like that on stage, it breaks the ice. And
Yeah.
it's like, that's when I first walk out there. I ain't even got to the joke shit. And now people are like, we love this guy.
Yeah.
He's so funny. Yeah, that's how that goes.
You gotta use everything to your advantage, huh?
Every single thing, man. You use the moment. And I didn't. Usually, I thought about talking political stuff last night, but I wasn't in the mood.
Yeah.
You got to be in the mood to be intelligent.
I understand that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes you can just put I don't know, it takes some extra, I don't know, like a different part of your brain.
it does.
Yeah.
And you got to really be on your facts. And I didn't want to, nah, man, let's laugh. Let's just laugh.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, in a way, a comedy show can be a good break from thinking like that. You know, not that
It
political
should be.
comedy is bad, you know, because I think
Yeah.
there is a lane for that. But at the same
It
time,
is.
it's like, if I go to a comedy show, I don't know if I want to get like bombarded with the actual facts. You'd have to be like really funny, which there's a way to do it, obviously. But
Yeah.
maybe it's a break from that.
It is for me. It's a break for me from that. And then I give them something, they give me something. And what I mean is they're giving me their energy and I'm giving them my energy and we can bounce off of each other. But last night was a really good show. DC Young Fly from the 85 South show from Wild 'N Out. He was there, Moneybag Mafia from 85 South. And, you know, Big Boogie, the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I ain't even know who Big Boogie was. I don't know. I just know he's with Glorilla and doing stuff like that. And he used to be with Young Dolph.
I think so. Somebody sent us a feature one time, and I ended up working on a song that he was on,
No joke.
and it was But I never had any contact with him. It was a feature, so the guys, all his stuff was already on there.
Yeah.
So I just got the files, and which that happens a lot.
It was cool, man. This was a really good night last night. So I look forward to more of those. I have one coming up Wednesday. DJ Spenderella from Salt and Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing her Thanksgiving comedy jam, and I'll be headlining that.
Yeah. Oh, headlining, nice. Come on.
You know, we do a little something out here, John.
Yeah.
We do a little something out
For
here.
some
in these
reason, I'm
streets.
still thinking about Lizzo. Did you hear what happened with her?
Like, what do you mean?
Like with the backup dancers and the bananas?
Oh, yeah. I heard about, dog,
It was
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. That's normal.
that's just another day in Hollywood, huh?
Another day in Hollywood,
Oh
baby.
my gosh. Can we
She got that from somebody.
oh yeah. I mean that ain't just something maybe, but that seemed like that was inspired, huh?
It was. I mean, dog, everybody has their quirks, their things. And if you get out of line or if you mess up, then, hey, man, there's a price to pay.
I want to find exactly what she was accused of.
Because I don't remember exactly what it was, but think about it. James Brown used to fine people. And tell you something. Fire! We're in the middle of his singing. Fire! Hit! Hit! Fire! Like when he do this right here, he's fining you $5 or $10, whatever. When he's doing that, because you messed up a note and I heard you.
Oh, he's finding the band players.
Ike used to say crazy stuff to Tina while they were on stage.
Accusing the singer of sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. But I think if you read into it, there's something about some bananas, bro.
It was.
Oh my God. I want a excruciating audition.
With all the challenges that Lizzo has as far as, you know, her size, and there's nothing wrong with a larger size woman. You know, I'm not criticizing her for her size, but it can be a challenge to be a larger size, right?
Right.
And there are challenges from those who are shallow-minded. And you know the obstacles that you've had to go through to get to where you're at. And you would still find a way to, I guess you could say, make other people jump through ridiculous hurdles. And just kind of shows her character. I mean, she's just like Mike Tyson. She likes showing her ass in public. You remember she did that at the Lakers game?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Hey, them were like two comparable asses, though. I mean, it was kind of like the same.
Very much so. Very much so. Mike still got a good ass for an old man, though.
Yeah.
You don't. No homo. I have to say that. And the reason,
No
listen,
diddy.
Yeah, no diddy, baby. Because look, all right, when if most men are honest, man, yo, at some point you just lose your ass.
Just falls off.
Brother, I don't know what happened to my ass. I was in the Horseshoe Casino down there in Shreveport. And they got a mirror in the, I'm naked. I got out of the shower. But then there's a mirror on the closet back there. And as I'm looking, I go, damn. I thought it was the woman I was with. I was like,
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, shit, that's my booty? Where did it go? It was gone.
And that was like the first moment you realized that it was gone.
Brother, and this had to be about 6-7 years ago. Ass gone. I don't know what happened to it, brother. I used to have a nice firm ass where, women be like, that's a nice ass. Mike's, and that's why I say Mike still got a good ass for old man.
He's pretty in shape, though. He's not your typical 58-year-old.
That's right.
Yeah.
Me, my booty. Oh, you know what my butt looks like? 3-day-old balloons.
Oh no, it just fizzled out.
Yeah. You know how they got the little wrinkles in them and stuff?
Yeah.
I got one of
That's
them
from
asses.
traveling. You left your ass in the last town you was in.
I must, and I keep leaving pieces of it everywhere I go. They be like, "How was the show, man?" I showed my ass, and I keep showing it everywhere. So I need to do squats.
Yeah.
I don't do enough squats.
Isn't it crazy that some women can really focus in on squats and it'll make their butt fat? But like, I don't know. Then it's like muscle. It's like too muscle. Like, I don't know. Like, I know some guys are like real muscle girls. I'm kind of more on like I like it the opposite way. Like,
I want it soft.
Like, yeah. I mean, hey, dudes, and this is not, a knock against nobody. I'm saying my personal preference.
Yeah.
Dudes are, muscular and hard, things of that nature. And that's not necessarily what I'm looking for.
No.
I don't like real big girls, to be honest. But I mean, if I was single, I probably wouldn't pass up.
Hey, listen, I'm not a fan of the big girl, man. But I want you to listen. You know what I'm a fan of? Confidence.
Yeah. As long as you. Yeah.
Are you confident with what you got going on?
Yeah.
I can rock with you if you're confident. I don't like a woman who's not, because I'm confident, dude. But I have lost a lot of weight. I went from 293 on my birthday in September to 267.
Come on.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, you probably losing ass too. That probably contributed.
It is. I'm steadily losing booty meat, but I don't want like a lot of booty. This is so.
But I mean, if you I just imagine you at the gym like, I'm finna get my ass back, and so like you're just doing all these ass workouts,
and I can't.
They're like, bro, are you gonna do some curls today?
No.
No. I'm on a mission in here today
to get my butt right.
I'm gonna get my ass back.
Yeah, I don't want it back, but I mean I want it back. But if it come back, that's fine. But if it don't, I ain't lying, man. You don't know what your butt look like to a woman, because men, when we walk off, think about it. When you naked and you walk past a woman, you don't know what you look like. You don't know what you look. Now I know what I look like. Now I understand why women be like, turn the light off. I don't want you to see this shit.
It makes sense, though.
Oh, it makes perfect sense, ladies. And I'm sorry for making you keep that light on.
My pants have always just fell off. Like, I've always been super skinny. And like, I gained a little weight, but I mean, not in my ass.
So you definitely ain't got no ass there, do you? I've not looked to tell you whether or not you have one, and I'm not going to look, but Mike showed his. I don't know if you have an ass, but I know this much. I would rather have whatever ass I got than loose booty meat. As a man, you don't want to lose booty meat.
No, you don't want to lose booty.
No, you don't want to jump up in the air and have your shit
clapping. I think I'm viral on TikTok, clapping my ass.
Joe, that's some bull crap, man. I don't want that. So yeah. And we need to get off these male asses too. Sorry about that, people. We're just a moment. Lizzo, Mike Tyson, comparing asses. My bad.
Oh man, they're too close though.
Yeah, they're too close to call it. They really are. Lizzo is a big girl, but she's lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah.
So
if you're like super fat positive, right? I guess that's how you would say it.
That's a really good way to say it.
Why do you want to lose weight? Wasn't you perfect how you was?
It's unhealthy to be that big.
Yeah, I'm just making.
I know you are. Hey, and I'm trying to figure out a way to say it. Man, it's just unhealthy to be that big, dog. It's a lot of stress on your joints, a lot of stress on your heart, a lot of stress. It's just a lot of stress, and so.
Can I tell you something I thought about that I've thought about this before?
What?
If you've seen any of those shows with the humongous people on them, my 600-pound this or my 1,000 plus, they always have a partner. There's always some sap, some dude.
It is,
and he's feeding her in the bed,
like Hungry Hippo.
Yeah,
he takes a watermelon.
It's crazy though. Like, food is the one thing you can be addicted to, but you can't stop eating cold turkey. You can't quit food.
No, you can't. You need help.
You need help, yeah.
Which is why people take Ozempic, which is why people get their stomach stapled. I get it. But food is an addiction, but it's like just like sex, just like alcohol. Man, you need treatment to get.
Kind of like hoarding. Have you ever got into the hoarding show?
A little bit, but it's just too nasty for me.
It is, and because you seem like a pretty sanitary person.
To a degree, yeah. Like, I'm not over it, but I do certain things I take.
Yeah. There was this one, I think there was this lady that was like shitting in like a deal. And I think that like after a while she would eat it. And they couldn't throw out it because she was like emotionally attached to it.
That cannot be true.
No, that's hold on.
Come on, Joe. Don't tell me that.
I'm telling
man.
you.
Don't tell me that.
I'm telling you.
What?
Somebody Shane Gillis, the comedian, was on Joe Rogan and he showed him this, and Rogan was like they watched it and Rogan almost threw up, and Shane was like, I thought this was way funnier. And it just kind of seems like it's just nasty, but
that is. Oh my God, bro, that's gross. That's one of the most. Now that's got to be the grossest thing I've ever heard of.
Infested with, there was a John from season 11 was infested with rats, and refused to let anyone. Yeah, because a lot of these people, they get in trouble with the like on the show Hoarders. They're in trouble with the city. Like the city is like, hey, you cannot live like this, and so a lot of the times the city is like is fining them, and they can you can get kicked out of your house in city limits for being too nasty. There's rules, there's codes and all kind of shit. So these people, they get, and it's like a mental disorder.
It is.
And they get attached to like
crazy
stuff, food, like some of them people that have so much shit in their house that they'll have like one walkway.
Yeah, they know like this is how we get through. All right. Oh God, I can't tell that. Yes, I can. There was a place I worked for in this city, and it was more volunteer work than anything. And I had a client who was a kid, parents wealthy, super wealthy. Seriously, buy what they want to. He lived a filthy life, unimaginable how filthy he was. Unimaginable. Cats and dogs defecating in the house.
Yeah.
Open food just laid out everywhere. Just sheets. It was nasty.
I went through one period. Well, you're still my bad. Don't let me hop in a bit.
No, you're fine. Because I should not comment any further on what I was about to say.
Right, okay.
So you did right in breaking this up, because I was about to say something that could get a lot of people in trouble, but go ahead.
Okay, let's not do that.
Because this city is so small.
Somebody might know, yeah.
And they're going to figure it out.
Oh, do some math.
Oh, I swear to goodness, brother. Yeah, and I need, now.
I went through a kind of a nasty period, like as a teenager. I was like 15 to like 18, especially after my mom passed away. It was kind of like the rules went away because my dad, so here's my dad is like super fucking old school. So like when he gets home from work, like he'll drop his clothes and all that shit. And like he will never think about that shit again. It just gets put up.
No shit.
It gets done. He don't cook, don't clean, do none of that shit. When he comes in from, he works hard and he took care of everybody. And to a degree, I understand that. But sometimes like, also, like that wouldn't work for these new women because they don't play like that.
That's right. But it does not.
My mama was kind of an old school lady. She took care of the house. All
when
that
he came in, she took care of all that stuff. She took
care of every fucking thing. Well, then it was just me and him. Yeah.
You weren't doing it.
No,
You're like him.
Yeah, and so we'd come home and like
two guys now.
He would pay his sister to come clean our house.
Yeah, because it's two guys now.
Yeah, and he
didn't expect for you to do it.
We and this is really sad. Maybe not. This is maybe too sad to say on a comedy podcast. But anyways, there was a moment where me and him looked at the dishes like 2 weeks after she passed, and we just looked at the dishes and we were like,
no shit.
We never did the dishes, like, because your mom did everything. So like I had like a farm bringing up. Crap. So like I have cows to this day. I still take care of cows and do all that shit. And so like I had a fuck ton of chores. Yeah. They were all outside. Every chore I ever did growing up was outside, mainly. Besides, just little things here and there, maybe like taking the trash out, shit of that nature. But we didn't know how to wash clothes. We didn't know how to do the dishes. It was just shit that mom always did.
Brother.
And so we had this really sad moment where me and him sat there and looked at each other like, fuck.
No, I get it.
Shit.
Dog, it's a sad, that's hella sad. That would have, it's damn near heartbreaking. It's like, both of y'all just had to like, so what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, it was like that.
Oh my God.
And see, I only made it like a couple months there and then I moved here to this place. Because I asked him, because he started talking to this lady, and I don't blame him,
Understood.
Yeah, I get
He's still a young man.
Yeah.
Young enough to still.
Yeah. And so I was like, hey,
You
you
can't
got this
handle
lady
it.
coming over. That's cool, and I ain't mad at you. But could I go stay here? So this place was my grandpa's place, and this has been the office for the business for years.
Yeah.
And so, grandpa passed away in like 2008.
Yeah.
And so it sat here from like 2008 to like 2000. I guess it would have been like 2013.
Uh-huh.
And then, so everybody in all the
They would have
families.
put you at what, 16, 17?
Yeah, I was always 17.
Yeah.
And so we put like everybody in the family, they didn't look nothing like this. I've done a ton of work here and it's still a piece of shit, but
No. Great looking place, seriously.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I put a lot of shit into this.
Oh,
But,
no, you did a great job.
So I left and I went and lived here by myself. The floors were all fucked up. These are new floors and all this shit.
Come on.
But
You did a good job. If you lay this,
yeah, but it flooded. And so that's what them spaces are from.
yeah, but you know what? Lots of times it'll buckle.
Yeah.
So you had to have done a good job. It's not supposed to be, I'm going to tell you but you were young when you did this.
Yeah.
It should be staggered. It shouldn't be like, you see that line, they're all in a row.
Yeah.
That's the only part where I can tell you that you messed. Dude, you were young.
Yeah, shit, I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, you don't know that
It
shit.
flooded so much one time that twice now, that water from that creek back there came all the way up in the house.
I can
Twice.
believe it. And if this hasn't buckled, that means you did a damn good job.
Come on. So I moved
Real
here,
talk.
but everything was fucked up. Everything was terrible, and so there's to this day there's still no central air heat. We just got those deals. We got one over here, one over there.
Really?
Yeah. So I lived like that for like 3 or 4 years.
Dog, how long I been coming here and I ain't noticed that?
Yeah. So this is a heater and an air conditioner. On
He's got a window unit in here, whether y'all know it or not. And I'm old school. I like the window unit.
Yeah. You kind of just tell it what to do and it do it.
No, the facts.
Yeah, it got all the other shit. But,
I bet you they get colder in here than it will with central air.
So this side was like completely uninhabitable. So I lived on the other side and I just stayed on the couch. I didn't have a room, none of that shit. Cause I had to get everybody to get all their shit out of here. Cause this turned into like a storage for like all the family. Yeah. And so I started slowly moving shit out and I had a roommate here cause he was down bad, worse than me.
And so you was like, come on, dude.
Yeah. And so there was a couch on one wall and a couch on another wall.
Yeah.
We didn't have central air heat and we didn't have hot water for the first like 6 months here.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was,
You really made it.
yeah. So that was like a really rough time. But then I had a couple roommates cycling through and I just kind of learned to live off like fucking nothing, dude.
I feel you.
But then I learned how to do a lot of this shit I didn't never do at the house. But when I got to circle it all the way back around.
I like this story.
When I got cleanly, because I feel like now I'm way more cleanly than I definitely was.
Yeah.
That was the military. They fixed that dirty shit. Like,
I think people need to hear this type, you know what I'm saying? Stories like this. And it's like, yo, man, people have humble beginnings. That's just a humble beginning. You know what I mean? The very, very beginning was obviously like, yo, y'all got to farm. People that, to me, that farm are richer than everybody else. That's a personal opinion.
Yeah.
And I don't mean rich in finances, but rich in experience, rich in, you just know so much shit.
yeah. And assets too.
Trust
Every
me.
time we
that
don't have
land-
no money, but 13 tractors.
Listen, brother.
50 cows, 13 tractors.
Brother.
It's like that shit that we may not can eat today, but we could tomorrow if we move some shit around.
100%. That's why they're rich.
Yeah.
It's not the average broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then there came a place of now because moms usually hold that household together,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
And that's not your story. In that sense, it's not unique because that is a typical thing. Mom handles this.
Yeah.
Dad takes us out. We go do the man shit. Come back home with dinner. Cook that. Grab your nuts and throw your clothes down. And if she's the typical old housewife, man, she's going to take care. You never have to worry about where dinner is coming from.
Right.
Never have to worry about having clean clothes. They're folded. They're put up. It's always mopped in here. All that stuff. And then for you guys to go through that, I just think it's a great story for you to learn on your own. You left a comfortable situation and then came here. And then you became more of a man because you went to the military. I think it's great. Sometimes people take you at face value for where you are today.
Right.
And they never realize there's a whole backstory
Right.
to who you really are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's typical of most people, but people generally only deal with you from where you are.
Yeah.
Like you're here right now, so you couldn't possibly know. No, I think that's really good that you told that story.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, time always fucks me up when I think about like because this is like a deep route to go, but like time really does fuck me up because like the person you are today, you're not that, you weren't that same person 10 years ago, and you'll be another person at 10 years ago. So it's like,
You sure will.
you're you in this moment. But it's like you in this moment changes in every moment.
It does.
And we've been almost different people. I've had some like, dramatic life changes, like I guess you call them phases or whatever the fuck you call them. But, where something happens and it causes me to be like, almost like a completely different person. So like you're a different dude, like at different times.
So now when you become different, here's what we as people have to do. If you're with someone else, right? You're married. Somebody, like if you weren't married or you didn't have a girl or whatever, and some new woman came in, all she knows you as is this person,
that person
today.
Right now, yeah.
That's right. They don't know all the other phases that you've been through that got you to this point. You could have already made it through a phase that she's just now at. And you're like, yeah, you got to play catch up, baby.
Yeah.
Most people, but if you have somebody and you guys are together, you're going to change. And so is she. She's going to go through another phase, which is why I never want to fall in love again. That's a young person's game, to fall in love. I want to choose to love. Love should be a choice.
Right.
Because when you change, I still have a choice to make. I'm choosing you or I'm not. I want to wake up every day knowing that I'm choosing somebody.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to change.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, we got together in 2012.
Yeah.
And we've been together since 2012. So 12 years
kids.
now. And we didn't get married until 2016.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have kids from 2016, no kids all the way to 2020, the end of 2020. So there was like this 4 or 5 year period.
So you're right at 30.
I'm 30. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there was this, like the beginning of our marriage was so fun because like we waited to have kids. So we like 5 years.
Just y'all.
And we just ran around and we went on vacation or whenever we wanted. Oh, dude, we could just go.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like you're saying, like she's getting a way different version of me than she met in 2012. And I have a way different version of her.
That's right.
It's almost just like a decision. Like sometimes it's kind of like.
You choose to love.
Yeah. I don't want to say something that sounds insensitive, but not insensitive. I'm bad about being insensitive, but.
Don't worry about it. Your heart's in the right place. And I think that's what'll.
Yeah. It's almost just like you decide. You just make a decision that no matter what it is. And I think a lot of people struggle with that. And I think that's why tons of people break up.
Because just like you fall in love, you can fall out of love.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
But falling is, do you fall all the time? Like as far as when you walk, are you falling?
Not just walking.
Brother,
I fell on the basketball court today.
Fall is it's an accident.
Yep, right.
Falling in love is accidental. Nobody likes accidents, do they?
It's kind of scary. Yeah,
it is scary.
Yeah.
So why not make the choice? When you're young, you can probably fall in love. But at some point during that relationship, you've got to choose to love.
Yeah,
it's okay to fall. But once you fall, what choice are you making? And usually the reason people break up because they've chosen not to love it. I don't want to do this anymore.
And it's hard. And there's all this new shit.
You want to know where relationships are even harder today than they were back then? The internet.
Yeah. No
man,
doubt.
all that new booty that be shown to you on the internet. New booty for a man. You know when you growing up, you got toys. People were mad at Tiger Woods because he did all that cheating. He didn't do enough cheating. Tiger didn't do enough cheating, man. Tiger did not do enough cheating.
That's well, but yeah.
12 women out of the 12 million? That's a good percentage.
He's like, what is it, 1%?
Oh my God. Less than 1%.
That's way less than 1. That's like 0.0001 or something.
Yo,
yeah.
He's a good man. Savannah, he's a good man. It just like, but it comes this thing where now they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Dog, we're receiving so much information that we're seeing, it can fuck with you. If you never had women before you got married, sometimes, and you live the life that I live, where you're going somewhere, where people are singing your praises. I ain't famous yet. Not like that.
Yeah.
People are singing your praises. You're running around with, and you're so great, and they touching you. Man, that shit can be rough. That's why I'm glad whatever I'm getting, I didn't get it till I was old. The young Derek, I would have fucked everything that came through. I would have fucked it all. Thank you for waiting, Lord, till I got old. Because listen, me and this dude here, oh man, we'd have made our trips around, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have took him to some terrible places.
To some awful.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm putting you through so much shit. Oh, I'd have done it literally.
Yeah. Oof, yeah.
But I mean, dog,
It makes sense.
It's hard. Now women get to look at men that they wouldn't otherwise see. Our grandparents, man, they didn't get to see the women in Brazil like that, brother.
Yeah, this is a whole different game. Them folks stay together for 60 years, 78 years.
Because he only knew the women in his community.
Yeah.
That's all he knew.
They were all bitches. He didn't like none of them motherfuckers.
He knew their issues.
He didn't like Jill. He didn't like Sally, Sandy. None of them bitches. They was all assholes.
All of them. And nobody came from another city and told him how handsome he was.
Yeah, he just had Susie and she cooked and cleaned and shit.
And his
they
family,
liked that
he
shit.
thought that was life.
Yeah.
Shit, now
It probably is.
But you'll realize when you get a little older that they did it the right way. And that all this shit that we're receiving, it can distort your lines of thinking. But man, you get to a place where you done had all this shit and you don't want it no more. I'm at that place.
Right.
Brother, I done lived the life. My friends could tell you I've lived the life of 10,000 wonderful men. Now, man, none of that stuff impresses me anymore. But you just have to get to a place of that.
Yeah. I think me and her have done what I would say is a really old school way to go about it.
Good.
And it's worked.
Good.
And I think that I don't know if I really believe this, but I think that in a way, I don't know how I would describe it. I guess you could say I think we've been blessed because of that. I think the old school ways have gave us old school results.
Man, listen, and there's nothing wrong with old school.
Right.
A lot of people think you got it. And I get it. We're modern, but you know what I'm saying? That should be relational. Like, it should be relative how modern you are. Yeah, cars, cell phones, all this shit. But in value.
Yeah.
Your core values. If you got some old school values, I just let my shit go by the side for a while, dog. Wasn't that I wasn't raised that way. You know what I mean? I was raised right by two wonderful parents. I made some choices once I got outside of Texarkana. And thank you for those choices, ladies. Thank you.
I'm not sensing a lot of regret here.
Fuck no, I don't regret that shit.
No, it's part of growing though,
Oh, it is part of growing, man. Yeah.
And you dealt with all the consequences that came with that. So it's like
I definitely did.
Yeah. So I mean, you got the good, and you get to look back on the good and be like, "Oh, baby."
Man, I got a lot of bad too.
A lot of bad though, definitely. Yeah.
Man, and I think that you need a certain amount of bad. Most people run from the bad.
Yeah.
Now, as an older adult, dude, I enjoy. And when I say bad, you got a car, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always try. This is my famous analogy, and I call it famous because I've never heard anybody else talk about it. But I think you need good and bad. It cannot be all one or the other. You got a car outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Car's got a battery in that thing, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
On that battery, there's a negative and a
positive. Yep.
If the negative goes out, is the positive enough to keep it going?
Nope.
If the positive goes out, is the negative enough to keep it going? You need them both, don't you?
Yeah.
Brother, that's life.
Yeah, I agree.
You need the negative and the positive to move forward.
I ain't never struggled with finding the negative. That shit is there.
It's gonna come.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever struggle with the negative.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever, because that negative is gonna be like, hey, you ain't got enough? But you're saying
trying to run from it, that doesn't necessarily help.
No, face it. Face it, embrace it.
I think that's one of the main things I did learn from the military. It's like the greatest thing that they taught me was that it's okay to get like broke down. It's okay to like almost give up, like not give up, but well, yeah. Like, because I don't know, you walk in there and you think that it's all about you, and then they have a way of breaking that. You want to know the way they break?
How do they do that?
Corporate punishment. So this is how they get you. This is the most effective, and they don't check, and they don't. I'm afraid they may not do some of this shit no more because it's kind of gone kind of sissy in the military. But anyways, that's another. But anyways, what they did to us. That's all I like to speak on.
Yeah,
is a basic training for sure. If I fucked up, they would punish you for it. Because even the most badass motherfucker in the world ain't gonna sit around and watch his boys get fucked up over and over again for him.
No, he's not.
And so I did infantry, an all-guy unit. Like this is just combat. That's straight up just dudes. Yeah. And so there was 50 of us, 200 in the company, 50 of us. And we lived in this, basically what is just a giant locker room with beds in it.
Yeah, for real.
And which was awesome experience. This shit was crazy. You know, it was like
run the guys.
Yeah.
Run the fella. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And it was and everything that comes with that. From fights to bonding to trauma bonding and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the funnest, worst times of my life. But if let's say me and you go, and let's say me and you are in the same deal, the same unit at that time, and this is basic training. Let's say especially early on, because by the end they've already kind of got you. So at the beginning, I fuck up, you're doing push-ups for me. There's only so long. There's very few people. I'm not going to keep fucking up if they fuck you up. I may find some strength within my heart to keep doing push-ups for some dumb shit I did. But because I did it.
Yeah.
But now you are getting it because I did it. It's fucked up. I got to stop. Whatever it is, however I'm fucked up, I got to change that shit.
I think that's a good way to deal with stuff because that's teaching you, man, your decisions do affect your fellow man.
Yeah. Oh, they're good at that.
Yeah.
I think that it would benefit. And see, maybe not even joining the whole military for sure, but I think if this is going to sound crazy and I don't think, but yeah, I think if everybody went to basic training, not even the job training, just 9 weeks of the actual basic training where they get to treat you like a man.
Yeah.
And I think that everybody would benefit from that shit.
I
don't want you to go die in war. You don't have to do that. That's not what I'm saying.
Brother, you just said something that might be one of the best things to ever be said. And now let me try to piggyback off of that because I'm just piggybacking off of I think it's one of the most awesome freaking statements ever. I think if you don't have plans to go to college or to trade school, once you get out of high school, you've got to go and do the 9 weeks of basic training. Like you said, you ain't got to go to the medical, but you got to go through this.
Yeah.
I think it'll make in other countries, you got to go to the military.
And you have to go fight.
and you got, we're not going to make you fight, but you got to go through this 9 week course and you get paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just everybody will get paid for it. But but either you take your butt to college, because I think you need a dose of reality. Yeah. And I think you need a dose of what the real world is. I think that's
I was in Atlanta, Georgia. I'd never hardly left Texarkana. Like, I've been away from Texarkana.
Oh, so Fort Benning, Georgia for the...
Yes.
Yeah, my brother
and you know
went there.
That they turned that shit in, they call it something else now. There was some big scandal, and then it was, Benning is a Southern general.
Okay.
And so I think they renamed several of them because they were named after Southern generals. Now, my opinion on that is like, some of this shit happened. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if it's helpful to like...
Look, Doug.
I don't know.
I think just as I think that slavery should be still taught, right?
Yeah, that we shouldn't stop teaching that. Right?
Yo, I don't think it's appropriate to take all these statues down and to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I understand that the South lost the war. I understand that. You can teach that too. You can teach that. I to a degree, I do understand Southern heritage.
Yeah.
Right? I think most people they want you to believe what they believe, and that's all.
That is true.
Southern heritage is somebody's heritage, be it yours or not. Did it come with a certain amount of racism or whatever? Sure. But why not teach it?
Yeah, I mean, you could say, here, look at this statue. This is a general that lost.
Why not? Yo, seriously, what? I mean, you can't tear down everything that's bad.
And some of the generals were like good generals, like, you know, as far as like
Their military
militarily,
strategies and stuff like
tactically.
that.
Yeah, and some of
Absolutely.
them were not even tied to the idea of slavery. Some of them were just like, it's just like if Civil War started tomorrow and it was between the North
And
and
I
the
felt
South.
like it was about to happen too.
But there's a lot of people that even with maybe some more northern thoughts, like you would stay at the South because are you going to travel to New York during a Civil War? Probably not.
Probably
And
not.
so there's had to been Southern people that were just like, they kind of just got sucked into it. And it's just like, well, they
you're
fight on-
sucked into fighting for the side that you fight for.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but I don't see the point in tearing those statues and monuments down and replacing them with, because I think I think you do a disservice to what the truth is.
Yeah.
You know, yo, man, you don't have to praise them. But you can't teach about it.
Yeah, it is weird. Now, I'm not gonna ride around town with the fucking rebel flag and all that shit. You know, I'm not gonna do that shit because and it's like, even if I was super proud of being from the South, I know that people may take it the wrong way, and so me personally, I just say, hey, and that's probably one of those common sense things we've been talking about.
Facts.
But telling somebody they can't have a flag that was a flag during a time in our history, it's like,
They need to know what that comes with, though, and how it does make others feel.
right.
Yo, I can do what I want on my social media. It's my social media, right?
Yep.
It's the way that I project myself. I may have a feeling of Tupac, F the world, but I ain't on my profile picture like this.
Yeah.
I know what it projects. I think you just have to understand that you will offend when you decide to.
I think most days, but I get what you're
Sport
saying.
it.
I think most people, almost any stance is almost offensive now, though, to somebody. Because everybody's so fucking weak. Excuse my language, but
No. You're right.
you know what I'm saying?
There are a lot of weak people out here.
Yeah. I'm good with you disagreeing with me and you having a strong
We disagree about it.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Man, that crying shit is what gets me, because like there are some negatives I do think with coming up with that have come to me from my upbringing. We've talked about a humble beginning. I've talked about getting broke before in several different ways. Something that has come with that, in a way, is some callousness, and I am working on that. And there's these moments where I say, I'll even say to myself, like, damn, I think I was supposed to like feel something right there. You know what I mean? Like, but part of being part of getting to a tough spot, like where you feel like, damn, I'm fucking tough, I can take on anything, is like also comes with like giving up some of the sensitiveness. But I'm trying to find that balance. Like, I know I don't just need to be so fucking tough and eat nails for breakfast and shit.
Yeah.
But you know, but one thing that gets me is the weak shit. But I know other people, they took a different journey. They took a different path.
Toughest thing that I do is I'm in touch with every emotion. I'm a very strong individual, you know, but if I feel hurt, I know how to express that. When I feel joy, I know how to express that. When I'm angry, I can express that. When I'm frustrated, whatever the emotion is, if I'm just meh or blah, I can express that. If I'm overjoyed, listen, that's one of the toughest things that I've ever done. And one of the strongest things that I've done is to understand every one of those emotions and not hold it back or not make it feel like, you know, there's something wrong with me for feeling.
Right.
A lot of people don't know how to feel, but when you feel, are you projecting? Hey, brother, too many people feel and project. They project their feelings and thoughts upon you. I have feelings and thoughts, but it should not overshadow your feelings and thoughts.
Right. Yeah, that
You know
makes
what I mean?
100% sense. Yeah.
Do I want us to be harmonious? Absolutely, I do. I want us to live in harmony. Living in harmony means that I need to embrace the differences in us. I do not want everybody to think like me.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
It would be horrible.
And then you wouldn't even be special no more.
Well, what makes you special if we're all the same?
Yeah.
Part of the harmony is understanding why somebody does feel the way that they feel. That's part of being harmonious. The discord is sown when I'm trying to make you see my point of view. I can articulate it, and hopefully you can go, all right, I get that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does.
I'll factor that into my thoughts. Yeah.
That's all I'm going to do, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm going to change the way I...
Yeah.
But like you said, it's only but so much I'm going to do to hurt that other person. Because if I realize I'm hurting you, I ain't doing that no more.
You got to stop.
That's life.
Yeah.
Which is why I say, yeah, I think everybody, unless you're doing this, you got to have some plans.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, dog, I don't like doing things that hurt others. And if I know that I'm hurting you, I'm probably going to stop.
Yeah.
That's what you did. When you know you're hurting a joker, what's wrong with stopping?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like that was like that time you was telling me in the club when that guy was heckling you and you he told you to stop. He kept going.
I did not stop. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Till he went to go get the gun.
Yeah, and then it was, oh shit, baby. Yeah.
Or maybe I went a little too far.
Yeah. No, you definitely can. It's just I don't want to hurt nobody. But there's something in the back of my head that's like, man, just fucking be tough. Just suck this shit up. And like, this isn't that damn bad towards you.
That's right. It's not. But most people will try to push you and they'll push you over the edge.
Yeah.
I don't think you should do people like that. You don't know where, they played the game chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, man, you might meet two motherfuckers that's really playing chicken.
Yeah, they just crash.
Yeah. And then nobody wins.
Yeah, everybody loses.
Who won? Who flinched?
Yeah.
I don't know, but now I'm in your driver's seat, you in mine. We both switched. We went through the windshield. Now I see your point of view.
Yeah.
But that's the word. Dog, we were talking before the cameras came on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what's wrong with most news cycles. You and I, we have a totally different perspective a lot of times, which is good for our podcast.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for the world to see that too, man, but we can laugh about a whole bunch of shit too. You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk politics if we can't make fun of the shit. That's like that's my rule about politics.
Yeah.
If we can't laugh at both sides, I don't want to partake.
And if I get so sensitive that I can't hear you and I've got to overtalk you, we need to stop talking.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with the news. Everybody on the news is just, and they're only hearing their talking points. And every time I say something, you can acknowledge that I said something and it actually makes, okay, I hear you. Here's why I think the way I think. No. Then you come back because they don't know how to, that's a low level of intelligence.
From a lot of the clips. I've been watching just news clips that pop up.
Yeah.
When somebody gets, I've seen it on Fox and CNN, and it goes both ways. When somebody comes on and they have that, because both sides are learning, we have to bring some contrarian in.
You got to.
You have to, because it can't just be left news over here and right news over here, which it still is. But
it really is, because we're going to give our opinion. At least try.
But the thing is, they'll bring that guest on. That guest will say some shit that does make sense from the other side. And what is funny is watching the newscasters' faces. Watch their faces when somebody is saying some shit opposite of what they say. It's like disgust.
Yeah. How could you make so much sense?
Yeah.
You idiot.
And I've seen it on both of them recently. I could give examples.
Yeah, dog. I believe you.
Yeah.
I 100% believe. Because when I watch it, man, I get disgusted when I see adults arguing. I get flat disgusted. I don't see why they're Listen.
On the Addicted to Arguing podcast.
Facts, right? Facts. Yo, facts. Because
we argue nicely, though.
I think there's a good way to argue, man.
No doubt. Yeah.
When I see people, it's the disrespect that gets me, man.
Yeah.
Dog, I think when you start disrespecting somebody, and typically what it is, one person will be disrespectful, and then it just trickles into, well, you disrespected me, so I disrespected you.
It's like free game.
It becomes, and then people take sides. Now, once they take a side, now they're disrespecting the entire other side. We will never come to resolutions. we have some basic principles that most people, well, the common core things that most people would agree on.
Yeah.
All right. You want to protect your family?
For sure.
I would like to protect my family.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Is there something that well, let's go back and forth. Are there things that you want to ask me that you know you want for your family that you think I would want for mine?
Yeah, I do not want a nuclear war. How about that?
Man, I do not want a nuclear war
Don't
either.
that sound like some logical shit?
Oh my God, I don't want a nuclear war, brother.
I don't want that shit.
I do want our borders protected.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Would you?
I 100% agree. Yeah, we can't just let anybody in. That makes so much sense.
When you can start going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I want my kids to have a good education.
Yeah. I want to be able to afford groceries.
Dog, these are things that we can agree.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't want to feel like I'm making life decisions at the gas station.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like, damn, this is...
You can start agreeing with a joker, and then you build off of that. Okay, we can get into some shit where, all right, hey, we know we want this, but we're
just arguing about the path at that point. What is the right way to get there? And that's fine too.
You know, how do you get to Dallas? You take 30?
Yeah, I would take 30.
Nah, see, I take 30, but then
yeah,
I go over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get to the same spot, but I think this is a lot faster. Well, why would you get off if you're going? No, I think you stupid for staying on. See, you stay on, they know it don't go this way.
No.
That's what we're arguing about.
Yeah. The goal is just get to fucking Dallas.
Get there. Get there.
Yeah. I'm with you. I 100% agree. I definitely.
Dog, we can take a ship. We can take a plane. You can take a car. You can take a train. We're all gonna.
But you can take a ship to Dallas.
Well, not to Dallas. You can ride somewhere.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah. Once you get to Ray Hubbard, you can ride the waves. But I just think, I think we do a good job of it, man. Even if Chief ain't here, you know what I mean? Like,
shout out to Chief, man.
Yeah. Miss my dog, man.
Yeah.
I miss my dog.
He's a good dude, ain't he?
We holding it down, baby.
Yeah.
Eating, unlike you. Because everything's coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't holding it down right now. But yeah, man.
Oh, man. I had that post go viral. That was cool.
So you were talking to a lady who is a tattoo artist, right?
Right.
She owns a tattoo shop.
But no, she just works at one.
She works at a tattoo shop.
Right.
And you guys were talking about
cryogenics.
Not therapy, but cryogenics.
Cryogenics, yeah.
What is cryogenics?
So there is a company called Alcor, and I think there's some other ones also. It's a deal in Arizona. And now I know way too much about this because I read 1,000 comments.
But you can help the people understand.
Yeah. So basically, it's this company that says that they can basically freeze you. There's full body patients. There's neuro patients. Like a neuro patient means they're just going to cut your head off, and they're hoping that somehow, some way, they can just get you back together one day when technology is better. The whole goal is, let's say you have cancer. We can't cure cancer right now, or they won't let us cure cancer. That's another argument.
That is the truth. They will not let you, but go ahead.
So the goal is to get frozen and maybe woken up later when technology is better and they can actually fix you. Now, there's a lot of flaws in this, and they've been pointed out to me. Here's one thing to think about, though. This is in an hour and 45-minute conversation with this nice lady. This nice tattoo
very nice lady.
Yeah. We talked about this for 3 minutes out of an hour and 45 minutes. I just decided in all my magical wisdom to go and clip up certain parts. And it wasn't even me. AI decided this one. Yeah. It's wild. AI made the clip.
That's right.
And so I didn't even pick this shit. AI picked it. And I was like, when I was scrolling through looking at all the clips AI made, I was like, damn, that's kind of interesting. That's why I posted it on Facebook on November 8th. Nothing. Hardly. I got like 600 views. Yeah, it's all right. Posted it on Instagram.
Yeah.
3,000 views in like an hour. And I was like, oh, this might do something.
Okay.
Then it stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, that's weird. It didn't do much on Facebook. Did a little bit on Instagram. Yeah. Posted on TikTok. It got flagged. I'm telling you, dude, I am in a...
TikTok flagged me last week, too. They muted my video.
Yeah, do they get me all the time?
It was sexually explicit. Are you kidding me?
So weak. It's so... when I go on those rants about free speech and all that shit, that's what I'm crying about. It's technically not even free speech because it's up to the social media sites.
Yeah.
But I get... That's what I cry about.
I feel you.
Right, because I'm just trying to... So I'm
because I was mad about that last week, too. I'm like, dude...
because I got monetized on Facebook. I'm already jumping through hoops and shit.
Yeah.
Because I put like the Mike Tyson deal. I had to go appeal that. Remember that video I showed you? It got 16,000 views. They said I was talking about his ass. They said it was sexual content. I had to go appeal it to get it overturned. To go full circle on the ass.
Mike showed his ass and the internet is showing it and you can't say nothing about it?
Yeah. And so, but it passed. So I can make money off of that deal. So, I mean,
Okay.
that was like 16,000 views I wasn't going to get paid for because it wasn't a real person. It was AI's algorithm picked up that I was talking about some ass and I guess they took it the wrong way. That's what I don't like. When we were talking the other day, that's kind of really what I was talking. I get too big pictures sometime and grab some other shit. That's really what I don't like.
Think about that AI shit and then the robots and people be wanting it. I don't want that shit. Robots get it wrong, baby.
Yeah.
They don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
they get it wrong, baby.
That's where they miss. Robots that don't understand like context. They don't understand jokes a lot of the time.
The human experience, they don't understand.
Yeah, they don't get that shit yet.
They will never understand the human experience.
But back to the cryogenics thing.
Yeah.
So the video from November 8th all the way to November, whatever,
Well, yeah,
3
we're on the
days
25th
ago.
now.
Yeah. So this was like the 22nd.
And let me tell you, we shot our last deal last week, right?
Yeah.
And I'm about to say something before you keep going. We shot our last show November the 19th.
Yeah.
You showed me your phone and where you were at on views.
Yeah, my overall views
views
for the month was at
100,000.
100,000, which I thought I was doing some shit.
That was on the 19th.
Yes.
Last Tuesday.
Yes.
Where are they at today?
1.3 million.
In a week.
Yeah, it was a good week.
Oh, that's a damn good week. And all because of this cryogenics?
Yeah. So the comments went crazy. Most people, it was negative. They were like, there was a lot of people saying, how do y'all not know about this already? I was like, man, I ain't just tapped into everything. This was something cool. Yeah. When she told me about it, I was like, that's cool. Where can I, and I even asked that, and it's even in the clip. Where can I look this up? And she was like, she had to think for a second. She was like, oh, it's a company called Alcor. Like, and then there was people like, oh, why should we trust this information? I said, first of all, fam, I did comment back on this when I probably shouldn't have, but I was like, look, this is a fun podcast. This is not a college lecture.
Right.
This is just two friends talking about some
It's
shit
our
that we thought
banter.
this was interesting. So we talked about it for 3 minutes at an hour and 45 minutes. But anyways, they was upset because that the information wasn't completely dialed down. It wasn't like a college lecture. Here's what they're doing. Here's exactly when it started. Here's the that kind of shit. Then there was people making fun of her appearance. I didn't like that shit.
Not for you.
And then I went to bed. And I was like, hey, you're not finna talk about my guest, my friend, whatever. I'm finna get on your ass. And so there was a couple people that I had to,
You was in the comments.
A little bit.
Joe.
I like to think I'm decently funny in moments, definitely. And I feel like I
in the comments, Joe.
Hey, for her.
Okay.
I never replied to nothing negative. One dude said, because I had one of my hats makes my head look funny. And the guy roasted my head and I was like, I almost went for him. And I was like, I'm going to let you make it, motherfucker.
Hilarious.
But she's a tattoo artist. So I'm like, dude, she looks like a tattoo artist. Like,
has she said anything about the views or she's not?
Yeah. We were watching it because I sent her something at 100,000. I was like, hey,
we're doing a little something.
Yeah, something's happening. That's why I texted her. I was like, hey, something's happening. And she was like, oh shit, that's cool. She's like, what do you think it'll do? I was like, I don't know. There's no telling.
A million plus.
Because a million plus an hour. But I've never, like, it's happened on TikTok. I've had some YouTube shorts get like 15 to 16,000, but never really on Facebook. Never really, but that's where I'm biggest on.
So this is where it went the viral came from Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. Which I'm on. I treat Facebook like a job because I was posting on it so much that I started getting close to eligibility to get monetized. So then I was like, okay. Instead of spreading my forces too thin, the main thing 100% I'm going to post on every fucking day is Facebook. I post at least 7 times a day on Facebook.
You're trying to engage, get
right. And so when this video took off, I had 5,600 followers, nothing special. I'm at 9,500 followers. So this one video gave me like 4,000 followers.
That's freaking awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
If I get 100 new followers a week, I'm like, all right, Derek, we doing something.
Yeah. It's
seriously.
Tough. It's tough. There's times where I will only get like, in a month, I might get 40 or 50 new followers.
But when they follow you, you got to give them something to follow.
Right.
That's the thing. Yeah, and so you're giving them something.
Yeah, I just keep posting. But man, the randomness of it, like, why did it take off It's on a random day.
So, I talked to some guys who are viral. I started shooting stuff last week. It's just something I thought of, and I started shooting it. And guys that are social media superstars have called me and said, keep doing that. Don't stop. It's going to take off.
Right.
That right there is what I went. It was a one-off. They went, no, that's not a one-off. You don't know what's going to make you. But once it gets there, you have to continue it. That's why I said most people don't know what to do with their fame. You're getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't there yet, but you got to be consistent.
Right.
Keep your opinion going. Keep your banter going. Because when it takes off, are you going to be ready for the moment that comes with it? Because there's a moment that's coming for you, brother.
I think so. I believe it myself.
And when that moment gets here, what do you do with the moment?
Yeah.
How do you, all three of us between me, you, and Chief, it's kind of like I look at the Pivot podcast with Shannon Crowder, Fred Taylor. Do you ever watch that?
I've seen it before. They talk basketball, right?
Yeah. Talk all sports and stuff like that. Listen, there's one guy who's really the head of it, which is Ryan Clark. He's really running shit. But the rest of them, they doing their job. Man, but he's ready for the moment. Those two guys they're playing their part. Keep being ready for the moment because it's gonna come. But as it comes, stay out of them goddamn comments, brother.
Yeah,
because they're gonna bring. We talked about this off the air. The comments on my post, whether they be good or bad, and you want to engage to create. You know what I mean?
because that's what I'll get paid if I like.
You want to engage for that reason.
A little bit of an argument, and then there's 40 comments on one comment I placed. Yeah. I just made 40 new comments by commenting.
That's right.
Which is the trap of getting in the comments.
That's the trap of it. But you want to make sure that you don't get caught up in it.
Right.
You want to know, hey, so I did a video a long time ago, back when YouTube was really first starting. And there's this guy named Arkansas Red who commented, and me and my little brother was like, where you live at? We're gonna beat your ass, man. we were so young and didn't know, but I was like, yeah, who you to be talking about my stuff, brother? And that was like won't forget it, Arkansas Red, sorry about that. If you out there, we didn't know anything about trolling. It's like, yeah, they did this, my art is, YouTube was fresh.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was wrong. I didn't understand it. But now, because you get monetized, I do get why you're in. But whatever you do, don't get caught up emotionally, whether the comments are for you or against you.
Yeah.
That's where your balance comes in at, because people will drive you and go, they're so great. And you ain't nowhere near where you need to be.
Right. Yeah.
You got to keep
a lot of work to do. Yeah.
It's a lot of work to do. But you're on your way, baby. $1 million in a week, brother.
It was nice.
It's very nice and it's special. And you should feel, and there's not a lot of people to help celebrate you whenever you get there.
Yeah. They're
not going to tell you you're doing a good.
But I'm paying attention to who we are, though.
As you should.
Yeah. I'm already watching that.
Listen, man, celebrities go through, and brother, having a podcast will make you a celebrity.
Yeah,
whether you want to be or not.
Yeah.
There are people around town that see your face and go, that's Joe Teal.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I'm the podcast guy.
Yeah. But listen here. The people, it's the tough part about Texarkana, brother.
Yeah. Somebody's not going to like it. I have a feeling that there may be people in the radio and even the news side of things that have already had problems with it. But it's like, look.
It's a new world, baby.
Yeah, I know. This is different.
and we can have our opinion on the internet.
Yeah, without being tied to a company, without being tied to you know what I'm saying? I speak for Joe Teal at this moment. Like that's just what it
and
is.
I speak for Derek Keener.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to silence you because they don't like what you have to say.
Yeah.
And they will offer, beware of this, they will offer you, hey, you want to come with us? Because they see that you have motion. But then that also stops a lot of your motion. You just got to be strong enough to go, no, I'd like to remain independent.
Yeah. Because I thought about it, I was like, because at first I was like, man, what if somebody offered me like a radio job? And I was like, man, I should just do this. I should just do this well.
You're going to be controlled. Yeah. I was in radio.
So yeah, how was your experience in radio? I don't want to like shit on the radio or nothing, but like I do want to know like how.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Yeah, tell me what really.
They really want you to say the things that they want you to say, and anytime you give your opinion, man, you could be terminated soon. The reason I got terminated, right? So there was a song, Try This in a Small Town.
Yeah. Jason, whatever. Jason Aldean, maybe.
That's it. That's what Aldean, whatever his name is. So I went to management and said, well, I heard it playing on one of our stations. So it's a lot of stations that are in one building. Okay. But it was Texarkana Radio at the time. I forget what it's called now, seriously.
Yeah.
And so I think the song is racist. Matters not what anybody thinks out there.
Yeah.
That's what I think, right?
Right.
And so in thinking that, we were doing a remote and they wanted me to wear the shirt that song was playing on that station.
They want you to wear a Try That in a Small Town shirt?
Just the station that it was being played on.
Oh.
And I
like Kicker or something?
Something like that. And we're just saying that name. That's not what it was, but something like that, right? So I told them I didn't feel comfortable. The
country station is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
I told them I didn't feel comfortable wearing the shirt. They told me, you support all of our brands or you don't work here. Listen, and I told her, I said, dude, I think the song's racist. Well, Derek, my listeners like it, so I'm not going to stop listening to it. I said, okay. I don't control what you do. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has their own opinion of what the song is. And I'm going to tell you, we had a meeting later on and whatever. And so,
my bad, I'm looking at the lyrics.
No, you're good. So when that was done, we had a conversation and I said, I understand what you mean. You can play what you want to play, but I also think that you should respect me and not try to make me wear that shirt. So they quit hiring me to do different remotes because they were like, you're going to wear the shirt or else. And if I think that something is racist, I just think you should just leave me out of it. That's all I'm saying.
They could have just left you alone.
I'm not shitting on the company.
Right.
But dude, I don't agree with that. I'm an individual.
No.
Brother, I'm not no fucking... See, that's where anyway. So, fast forward to earlier this year. Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, D.L. Hughley, they all have major radio shows. They all made a statement. And my program director was a white guy. This station that I'm talking about, I've been involved with the station since I was 14 and it had 2 black owners. They bought it. It's an old school R&B station. Like really Keith Sweat, Anita Baker, stuff like that. They're playing like Machine Gun Kelly and shit. That is not, dude.
It just turned to like a rap station?
It turned into, it was like gentrifying the radio station.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know which stations are predominantly white.
Yeah.
In this city. Let's not act like we're stupid. 103.5?
Yeah, black.
Pretty black, ain't it?
Yeah.
And that's not to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just what it is.
And they bought that station too, by the way.
Yeah.
So
they have white owners?
Yeah, all of them were.
Yeah.
And nobody black in management to talk about the black experience. We were expected to.
That's like somebody white owning BT or something.
Swear to God. And I'm expected to take direction on black culture from an old white gentleman.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I get that.
Okay. So I made a statement on the air.
Oh, yeah, they didn't like that. Yeah,
they did not like the statement. Well,
you gotta go.
When they told me about the statement, I went in the office with them and she said, well, you offended our listeners yesterday. I said, who was offended? Well, I was offended. I said, well, let me ask you a question. Does this offensive policy go for all stations? She said, yes. I said, well, when I told you I was offended by something, you told me your listeners liked it and you were going to stop playing it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was fair across the board because I'm going to tell you the same thing. My listeners like it and I'm not going to stop saying it. But I think, there's a certain part of free speech.
Yeah. Because that's the thing about offensive. It's still subjective, basically.
It is.
You can't, I guess there are things that are technically like objectively offensive, obviously, like, you know what I'm saying?
The
like,
statement
you can't come back from something, but you know what I'm saying?
I'll be very clear with the statement I made. I said, I wonder if predominantly white stations promote black artists the way that predominantly black stations promote white artists. And that was, and listen, I've got a girl named Grace Weber and several other white artists that I would play that white stations weren't playing, but I was like, they got dope music.
Yeah.
If it lines up with what we're doing, I say play it no matter the color, right? We're going to play some Robin Thicke. We're going to play some Justin Timberlake. It lines up with the culture.
No.
The shit they were playing did not line up with the culture. And I thought that they were whiting it up. Sam Smith can get played over here. Some Sam Smith. She did not like my statement. And so from that moment there, when I got in the office, I'm going to tell you, this is where I knew I lost them. I said, well, try that in a small town as a racist song. The white guy that was in there said, well, Derek, to be fair, the song itself is not racist. The video was found to be racist. I said, hey, I'd like you to hear me on something. A video is a visual depiction of what the fuck I meant.
Yeah.
In the song.
Yeah. Because like I was gonna bring up the lyrics to like let's talk about it. Like
yeah, okay. And I think the most racist part was the courthouse. That
it's
was
the
shot
video.
In front of.
Yeah. So what you're saying is that so you're saying the lyrics aren't really
if you listen to just the lyrics, right?
Right. Yeah. So that's what I was.
It may not give off.
And that was a response to riots. Right.
It was.
Right.
But who were they talking to? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
White people weren't rioting. That was
so you think it was a response to just like the Black
Lives Matter movement.
Yeah. How do you feel about them?
I think the movement is positive. I think you have negative parts of that movement.
Yeah, because it's
so as a corporation,
bad.
Maybe, but the intent.
Yeah, like Black Lives Matter, that makes a lot of fucking sense, right?
It should.
Yeah, you can get behind that.
Because Black lives should matter.
But their corporation deal that they made and then the way they spent the money.
Think about this right here, man.
Yeah,
Think about this right here. There is no shitting on the fact that we have a breast cancer awareness month.
Right.
Motherfucker, are there not other forms of cancer that need attention?
Yeah.
We got, there are so many other types of cancer, prostate cancer. But because I say breast cancer awareness month, it does not shit on all other forms of cancer.
Yeah.
Because someone says Black lives matter, it does not mean white lives don't matter.
Right. 100%.
What we are seeing as a country is that Black lives are being taken, whether it be by Black people, whether it be by the police, whether it be by whatever it's by. The lives matter.
Right. I 100% agree.
And that's where it should have dropped.
Yeah.
And it doesn't we could go into all facets of it. And I think people try to tear it down.
Yeah, because that's just how people are, though. They just like, because that's the first. A lot of what you just said is a lot of the first things you hear, like from like the white dudes all this time. Well, they kill each other. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't make the statement not true. Like everything still matters. Like the system is bad. We need to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's shit that you know what I'm saying.
Snakes kill other snakes.
Yeah.
Bears attack other bears.
Yeah.
Wild horses are gonna get killed by other wild horses.
No.
Shit, in China, they ain't got nobody to murder nobody.
No, everybody's murdered.
Okay, so it's probably a Chinese motherfucker murdering another Chinese, but they don't say Chinese on Chinese.
The way I think about it, like an analogy, like the system is, if it's like if you put a bunch of animals that are going to fight each other, if you enclose them and put them in like that type of deal, like if the system is set up for them to be pushed towards violence, they're going to be violent.
Hey, dog, you take a Black child and a white child and you put them in a place together where they got toys and stuff, they're going to have a great time.
Dude, my best friend when I was younger, like, see, this racism was taught to me. When my best friend was Marcus. And it just, I seen him at the gym the other day. We talked for 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. Like, this dude will always be like my first friend. Yeah, like, this was like my first, like, really good friend. And no idea. Like, one day, somebody told me that, like, we wasn't, like, there was supposed to, like, that we were different. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody told me that me and him were different. I didn't fucking know that shit. Mm-hmm. Me and him would go play on the monkey bars and go do whatever, play basketball. Yeah, that shit was taught. Yeah, 100%. No doubt. No, I never would have thought to not like him because he looked different. Not ever.
Man,
that shit is taught.
There were ways that they were trying to break it, I guess, when I was coming through school. My 9th grade year for homecoming court, every girl that was on homecoming court had to have one Black escort, one white escort. Me and Matthew Coe escorted in Tabitha Chumley. Like, Matt is a attorney now. I've taught Tabitha's son in school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we tried to find a way to break all that.
Right.
I don't know if we did a good enough job, but we tried to find a way. But man, racism is taught. But I think if people would just say Black Lives do matter, because every time something happened, there would be the cry, Black Lives Matter. It should be a cry, and it should be accepted by all people. Of course, there are going to be people that show up during the movement that mean the movement no good. There's people that go to church that don't mean the church no good.
Exactly.
Don't mean that the whole church is wrong.
Yeah.
Or that the movement or preaching the gospel of Christ or whoever you preach your.
Yeah, somebody posted this the other day, and this is really reminding me of that. They were saying, this guy, I followed him for a long time, and I know the guy, but he's always got his opinion on Facebook, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's his page. He say what he wants.
That's right.
But he's real anti-religious, and I'm in a weird spot with like religion myself, where I think about it in just different ways. But like I really don't like how he talks about it. But anyways, the point he made was, if religion was really good for people, then why is there so many like child rapists as priests? And then like why is there so many suicide bomber Islam people like this? And went down the line of stuff. But look, here's what got me. And when I read that, I was like, damn, dude, like that really hit for a second. But then I thought about it, and I was like, no, that's not a good point. Mm-hmm. Because you're singling out extremes.
That's right.
And just because a group has extremes in it doesn't mean that whole group is fucked up.
That's right.
So it's like you could say, oh well, the church has done it. The church has done some bad shit, like
they've
wars. They've done a lot of good shit. So it's like you can't tell me that guy or that lady that had some type of experience that they really truly believe in their heart, and it caused them to change and to be better in life. You can't tell me because some other guy under the same umbrella did something inappropriate with a kid. That's terrible. We can't downplay that. That's awful. But that doesn't mean that it covers everything and it's all tied together, because there could still be good.
If a doctor gets sick, who does he go see?
Another doctor?
Great answer. Because that's just that. It's so simple that you have to think about it.
Yeah.
The church is much like the hospital. It is filled with sick people.
Right.
People are going there looking to be healed from whatever their sickness is. Medicine, just in your cabinet and not applied correctly, will do you no good. Because it's just you can have a stomach ache, and I give you some medicine, and if you just sit that medicine down and look at it,
yeah. Or if it's the wrong medicine.
it ain't doing you no good, is it?
Right, yeah.
Misapplication of the word of Jesus Christ ain't no good.
Yeah.
There are some who misuse it. Eating is good. Overeating,
bad.
Brother, all this shit is simple.
Yeah.
You can have a drink. Being drunk, bad.
Yeah.
The Bible don't tell you not to drink.
Yeah.
Just watch who you're drinking in front of.
Yeah. Jesus
and
drank.
Don't be drunk.
Yeah.
His first miracle of turning water into wine is very symbolic, because the wine at weddings would last for a week. Jesus brought his partners. As one pastor called them, the motley crew. They drunk up all them people wine. Jesus' mama was like, hey, it's time.
Yeah, just cut them off.
Hey, dog, look here. It's time, baby.
We've all been cut off.
Come on, man. Your boys over here done drunk. Fix these people's stuff back. Jesus was like, all right, bring me all bring it here. Yeah, keep the party going.
Yeah.
There are factions of people that are in the church or in the hospital that will never get healed because they won't do the right thing. They will not take the doctor's orders. Preachers themselves are prone or apt to get sick. Excuse me.
Yeah, I can imagine taking on everybody else's problems.
Wouldn't it make you sick?
Yeah.
So they also
I was a youth pastor.
You need to be preached to too, don't you?
Well, yeah, it didn't turn out bad. It kind of like moved me away from it. But I'm working through it. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot. But there was a time where I was put into a leadership position at a church on accident because I was a part of like this youth program that was doing really, really well. And then there was like a scandal with the lady that was running it. And then all of a sudden they was like, hey, can you do this? Because you have done everything. Like, I ain't gonna lie. There was a moment where I don't want to say, I don't know. I try to be real and authentic how I actually feel. I think maybe that the system of church really did help me in a time where I needed it. And I'm not entirely sure if it was more than the system. And I'll just be real. That's really how I feel.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be 100% real.
Oh, I feel you.
It could have been, it definitely, at moments I feel like it was the actual system. Because I was there. I did every fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that for after that.
But I get it. Yeah.
I was there. And then then I got put in this leadership position. And then before long, I was teaching kids like that were like a year younger than me, which was not good. But I even preached in front of the crowd one night. But there was issues, dude. There was issues that when you want to know what got me?
What's that?
Because so I was. You ever heard? I'm sure you've heard of Lecrae, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. I was a diehard Lecrae. I'm not. And still like.
I still think his music is pretty good. Like I'm not such a fan, but I like it.
Yeah, I like him as a person too, for sure. Because he's done some. But I mean, there was this moment where he was like my role model, right? And so. He talked a lot about the white and the black church a lot being so different and that's not what it would have looked like, there and back in the day and all that shit in Jesus' actual time, which even when Paul was treated, there was barely even church. These people were just meeting.
Come on, man.
Because they couldn't really actually meet.
Yeah.
They would get killed.
That's right.
But at the same time, the systems that we have, like, then that's what I call them. It's like a church. It's a church system.
That's all it is.
So they were kind of worried about, they did focus on numbers a little bit. They wanted the youth group to stay full. The lady before me really got kids there. So I was like, okay, I know how to get kids here. I set the basketball goal up. And I was like, we'll play 45 minutes of basketball before every service.
That's right.
Yeah, and I'll go take a van to football practice at Liberialo.
You did the same thing Pastor Mike did when we were growing up. Church on the Rock used to be off of, like right there by Spring Lake Park, by the soccer fields and whatever. They did the same thing when we were growing up. Dude, I used to go to the Powerhouse.
Yeah, Powerhouse.
They had all those video games and all this stuff in there. Yeah. They would feed us.
Yeah.
But before we could do any of that, we had to listen to the word.
Yeah. I would go get pizza. They gave me, and then the church was cool. But see, here's what got me. I brought in one. So like I realized nobody really was coming to check on the youth. It was in a different building. So there'd be a Wednesday service and we were in like the gym, the big gym they built, and it had a little side room in it. And that was the youth room. All the old people, that's just what it is.
I feel
the older people, they would be on the other side in the actual auditorium having service. I sort of realized, I'm like, dude, they never come over. They never check. None of this, they don't know who these kids are. They don't know nothing. So one time they had the idea, I really do like the preacher. I really did. And he was basically my boss at this time.
Yeah.
And this guy, I felt like looking back on it, he could have been like tougher. He was so nice that shit could just get out of hand. But he was there for 20 years. So like he knew how to walk the line of like, you know what I'm saying?
I get it. So, my father was a pastor for 26 years until he died, so I get it.
Yeah, so I walk in. So he had the idea of let's one Wednesday, y'all bring the kids over to the big service.
Yeah.
Okay. I said, well, okay, I'll put my best foot forward. I said, I'll make sure I get them all here.
Yeah.
So I pull up like 2 bus loads of kids, 2 vans full of kids, and plus the regular kids that were coming already. Yeah. And we sit in there, and this old white lady asked me at the end of the service, she said, what are they doing here? And I said, what do you mean? She was like, the black kids, how did that happen? How did you get them here? Like it was just like this thing. And dude, I quit like 2 weeks later.
Hurt your feelings.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude, in my heart, one thing I am even to this day, like I went and played ball, like I'm a hooper. So like I've always been in like hoop culture, like for sure. And like that type of sports culture. And around here, like you don't play high level stuff with the white folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the people I reach you know what I'm saying, with a music background
Few brothers.
and basketball,
Few brothers out
sports.
there.
Yes, and so I was like, what do you mean? And then like they were, it was just a moment that I didn't like, and so like. And to be real, that did play a part into it. Plus, they were already planning to replace me, which I was like, cool, because it was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, but that statement, it kind of it felt like she was speaking for more than just herself.
Yeah, I was bringing these kids here because I was thinking we was all on the same mission, and that was to get them in front of them to hear what was supposed to be heard, right?
I want you to hear something. Maybe I've said this on here before. Maybe I've said it to you, or maybe I haven't. This is because religion, like this whole thing. I've asked my pastor. I've asked several preachers. I definitely had this conversation in barbershop last week with a preacher where the congregation is predominantly white.
Mm-hmm.
Why is there never a black pastor for preaching from the same Bible? At a congregation where the congregation is predominantly black, why is there never a white pastor?
I used to go. I don't know. I used to go to the.
You know how jacked up that is. If we're preaching.
Yeah, no. It's still set. Like church is still segregated. There's only a few churches that are doing
the most segregated hour in America.
Yeah, it is.
Is noon on Sundays.
Yeah, that's. I think Lecrae. I heard him say that before. That was one of the things that was making me think, like, what the.
I still think that way.
Yeah.
We used to do a service where Hickory Hill and there's a church right up the street. And when I was growing up, my dad and this pastor, I can't remember his name, but they would always mix the churches. They would mix the congregation together.
Yeah.
Daddy was good at that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I appreciated it because, their pastor would preach to us. Daddy would go and preach. If God is the same, if we're serving the same God, what are we doing?
It starts to feel like there's a different Jesus, because then there's different pictures of him, there's different versions of him.
I think that trying to other than what the Bible describes, listen, if we're going off of the Bible's description of him,
Jesus was not white.
That's right. If we're going off the Bible,
he could have been Middle Eastern.
Okay,
but he's from the Middle East.
When people say Middle East. Yeah, that's Africa.
Yeah.
When you think Africa,
they said Jesus went to Africa for some time, and in the years between 12, because there's only one story about him when he's 12, and then the next time you see him, he's like 30.
But Jesus is all in it. But all that is everything that they talk about in the Bible is all Africa.
Yeah,
it's never a European country. Never.
No, yeah, he wasn't white, 100%. He was some form of brown.
But I think that us making him a color, I believe that us dialing in on his color has minimized who he truly was.
Man, I like Chinese
and who
Jesus.
He truly is.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? I think you hurt everybody. This is supposed to bring us together. Yeah. Religion has torn us apart. Religion still tears apart America. Dog, we all Christian, but Catholic, Baptist, Southern Baptist,
Seventh-day Adventist, some whole different stuff.
Pentecostal,
even Mormons, even the Jehovah's Witness. I mean,
we got so many factions.
Yeah,
which is, I believe, to me, it's the Tower of Babel. He confused their tongues. They were all going in the same direction,
right?
But now I don't understand what you're saying. You don't understand what I'm saying. Babel, you know what Babel means I'm just blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? That's how religion has become.
Yeah.
And we've segregated ourselves when God is an all-inclusive God.
Yeah. I think it comes from the how much it's been able to be studied over time too. And the thing is about it's interpreted. So one thing that used to get me, because I was like I said, I was preaching sermons and stuff at a point, which when people that see me now, they'd be like, "What the heck?" But I really, I was reading theological books and stuff, and I really was having a deeper understanding about it. Yeah. I can still tell people more stuff about the Bible than the average person that sits in the pews every Sunday.
I feel you.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and he didn't know the difference. Like what was the difference between the Old and New Testament? I'm like, brother, that's elementary.
Really?
So, yeah.
Dude, I was like a youth leader at a church in Houston.
Yeah.
And actually they kind of called me youth pastor. I wasn't really with the pastor word, but you know, I'm going to do my job.
Yeah, they call me a youth leader.
We had such a fun time.
Yeah.
Because I would take stories in the Bible. We would read the stories and then I would because I'm a thespian, I would make the kids act it out. I would choose somebody to be Jesus. As baby Jesus, and I would have these women go hide him, and I would get soldiers and oh dude, y'all gotta go get him. Y'all better not let him find Jesus. And it was just different. Whatever the story was in the Bible, dog, we would do it, and people were like, "How did you think of that?" I was like, "Dude, I'm a kid at heart.
Yeah,
how would I understand it? How would I be able to tell the story?" And I just did it. But I think that we are so segregated in religion that, man, it don't seem like we talking about the same God. Because how can your God make you think you're superior to me?
Yeah, that's not right.
My God don't make me think I'm superior to you. What God are we talking about?
Yeah.
And then with slavery, it's like that's the only book that they would allow the slaves to read.
Yeah, but and what's crazy is the verses about slavery, though.
It is. Because so the transatlantic slave trade is a whole different faction of slavery.
I was learning about Roman, like about slaves in this time. It wasn't a race thing. It was
That's right.
And then somebody asked, they were like, if it wasn't
servants.
Yeah. And these people had opportunities to like grow and
get
like,
out of that.
Yeah. They wouldn't even leave. They would be like, no, he gonna take care of me and put me on.
This stuff that happened with the transatlantic slave trade, it was gruesome.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
It was brutal. It was a horrible time. It is a black eye on America.
Mm-hmm.
It was a horrible time in American history that should not ever be glossed over, which is the only reason why DEI comes into play. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Like trying to make it as fair as you can across the board. We really don't want equality. Equality is not cool. You ever seen that picture of the baseball fence where it's a certain level and then you got three people of different heights trying to look over the fence?
Yeah.
Equality means we all get the same box.
Right.
And it's the same. But it only allows one of us to look over the fence. It helps one of us see over the fence, but the other person never gets to see the game.
Right.
That's equality. Oh, that's not what we want. Equality means everybody can say the
same opportunity is what you would want. Because you don't want to pick a worse candidate because of their ethnicity, right?
You do not want to do that.
Because the goal is to hire people that are going to do the job the best.
But you know what most people do?
But a lot of
people that look like them.
Yeah, and I agree.
They do. They just do.
I just wonder if they can overcorrect on the DEI deal, where it's just where, you know what I'm saying, where somebody gets glossed over because they don't check any of the boxes. Which one could say that's what you get for all that bullshit. But you know what I mean?
I don't think that. Keep me a buck with this. I don't think that people who are of the Caucasian race should suffer because of what their ancestors did. But I also know that other races are suffering because of what their ancestors went through. There's a 400-year head start here.
Yeah.
Not only a 400-year head start, dog, we probably only been getting it right or trying to for the last 10 to 20.
Yeah, he would say like 2000s there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's, man, I don't want anybody to have an advantage, but I do believe that we need to. I don't think you just go and give. If reparations is about repairing a group of people.
Right.
They repaired the Native
reparations.
American.
I guess I never thought about that. The word has repair in it. So.
That's what it is.
Right. Okay.
That's all reparations is. It's repairing a group of people who were displaced.
Right.
That's why here, you want to know why black people don't get reparations?
Why is that?
You can't repair a color. You can only repair a country.
Yeah.
This is 100% why the African American race, Why do you think it's changed so much? Negro, Black, African American, Afro American. It keeps trying to figure out how to.
Yeah, how to describe it because it's been misplaced. Is that what you're saying?
No, it has. The identity has been stolen. We're Moroccan. Where is Morocco really? Is Morocco Philadelphia? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I guess I guarantee you we could go to the high school right now and play What's That African Country? And a lot of kids would not. They wouldn't know because they're
not know.
Yeah. So I mean,
funny ass story about that. I taught geography once because they needed it. We were teaching Africa. We were teaching Africa, and I told all the kids they're all African. You're African, and what I mean by that, I don't.
Everything started from Africa, is what you're saying.
Yes, that. But I went deeper with it. Africa is the richest continent in the world. Do they show you that it's rich, or do they show you that it's poor?
No, you see the poor shit, but that dude got some badass cities, right?
Okay. How many of them do they show on television? What are they showing on TV?
The starving kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now listen, I can take you somewhere if you go with me, Joe.
Hey, I'm with it.
Yo, so you are Africa. I am Africa. And I taught the kids this. All right, do me a favor. I'm gonna do something with you. Close your eyes. All right, Joe.
Look at the camera.
I want you to think of Africa. This is what I want you to do. I want you to think of Africa. You are thinking of Africa. All things African right now, Joe. You have placed yourself in Africa. Tell me what you see.
Damn, I seen a lion first.
Ain't that some shit?
I seen a fucking lion when I closed my eyes.
This is just an experiment.
Yeah.
Joe,
I thought about there was a guy that has a camping show and he went into this African tribe and they were like hunting boar and stuff. And I think I saw a flash of that.
Do me a favor. Pick up your phone.
What's up?
I want you to Google.
Is this gonna be that?
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
What I need to Google?
African cities.
Oh, like the big ones?
Mm-hmm. African cities.
Oh, shit.
How beautiful is it?
I like this one's got that big.
Look at Nairobi.
Look at this big circle deal.
Hey, brother, what does that look like? Show. Can you? Is there any way you can?
I can do this later. I'll mark it.
Joe, how beautiful is it?
About an hour and 30 minutes in, I need to mark this. Okay, yeah, I can put up. I'll put up some pictures up of it. Yeah,
how beautiful is that?
Yeah, that shit's crazy. That's not what I think of when I. That means just be realistic.
I'm gonna tell you why you don't think of it.
I think I know.
I'll tell you why you don't think of it. But this is why I call you Africa. This is why. What's good about Africa is its natural resources: gold, coffee, chocolate, steel, lumber, diamonds. If Africa got all these damn diamonds, because you never hear about diamonds coming from anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
We the one with all the jewelry stores.
Yeah.
What the reason I call you Africa is because
we're their resource. We have all the resources.
You as a person.
Yeah.
All of your natural resources, somebody else will come over and they'll start to take your resources from you and they'll give you bullshit in replacement of it, yeah. Which is what work is. I'm going to extract from you everything that I know is good about you. And what they do with Africa is, in exchange for the diamonds, hey man, I'll give you this nice MR-15, this AR-15. Hey, you go kill him. He's trying to take your land. But give me those diamonds. This is for the diamonds. So then you begin to war against yourself. When if you would use your natural resources, you would be king. You would be wealthy. If Africa did not give her resources to Europe, China, America, she herself could be the richest continent in finance. Other countries have seen the wealth of Africa and they've extracted it all for themselves. That is what a job is. A job extracts all the strength from you, all of the time from you, all of the thoughts from you in exchange for their wealth. And you're at war inside your own fucking head because you're like, I know I'm better than this.
No.
That's what it is.
Oh, that's why I don't want a job.
That's why nobody should want one.
Yeah.
I know people got to work.
Yeah, I understand the system, and I talk about this all the time. That's a great analogy. I think about this shit all the time, but I haven't worked for myself really. I mean, worked for anybody else really ever besides like the Army and Pete Bangers for like a month.
Yeah.
But no, it doesn't make sense. Like, first of all, there's no way to take the cap off for your riches. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to make what they want to pay you, and they only want to pay you the minimum that they have to pay you to keep you happy. So it's like, you're not, I don't know. You can get rich at a job, but a lot of it's on you. Don't blow the money. Schedule your life around what this company is willing to give you.
Yeah.
And I'm more than somebody else's company. If anything, I'm my company and I want to make my money.
That's Africa.
Yeah.
Brother, I promise you, nobody comes to America and extracts the oil.
Yeah,
We're extracting all the oil from, bro, we are, and when you think of Africa, you never think of the beauty that it is.
Right.
It's got some beautiful places, man. Cape Town, South Africa is like a wonderful looking place. Nairobi, they got so many. The United States of America on the map, they make you think it's bigger than the whole continent of Africa, don't they?
Yeah, I've heard about this, that the Africa's way bigger than the map shows.
The United States of America, from its furthest point east to its furthest point west, from its most northern point to its most southern point, fits almost perfectly inside of the Sahara Desert.
Wow, so it's really wrong. No, I didn't know that.
You want to know how, and I'm going to tell you how I found it. Math. I had my kids in my classroom
the dimensions. Yeah.
Measure it.
Yeah. Did you do it on a globe too to check it?
Absolutely.
And it's wrong.
Listen, brother, it's totally wrong.
That's crazy.
So the funny story about this, them doing the research over Africa, I'm telling the kids this, and I said, choose any country you want. They were choosing, because Africa's a continent. I want people to understand that.
Yeah.
Because they'll go, it's a country. No, it's not. It's a continent with many countries inside of it.
Right.
So no lie, I sure hate to do this. It's just a black and white joke, all right? It's a black joke. Yeah. So, honest to God. Please don't laugh too hard. So I know I'm already setting it up wrong. So no joke, man. They choosing all these countries. And I go, wow, to the kids. I said, nobody chose Madagascar? They go, Coach Keenan, that ain't no real place. I said, yes, it is. It's right down here at the bottom of Africa. It's in the southernmost point. Like it's an island, but it's Africa. They said, dang, that's a real place. I was like, yeah. I said, now, does anyone want to change? So one kid, the Quavian raised him, like, yeah, I want to change mine. I want to do Wakanda. Mother. Real place. He was like, Matt, you said Madagascar is, so is Wakanda. And the bell rang. I was like, get out. Yeah, get out. No, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And they
probably know Madagascar from the damn cartoon movie.
That's all. Not thinking that it's a real place.
Which is a good movie.
It's a great movie. It's a great doggone movie. But, there's so much to learn about Africa, which is so much to learn about yourself. It's the motherland. But I don't let anybody extract this shit up out of me, man. I get it out my own self.
Yeah.
And I have given myself to others because you barter yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? We all do it because there's a certain lifestyle we're trying to live. Mm-hmm. But, man,
Wakanda. Wakanda forever. No, that was interesting. That I don't know that movie that like the super the flying spaceships into a jungle and then all of a sudden you've got a super
force field.
Yeah, that was crazy. But even then they still showed they still never show actual nice Africa in there.
Well, technically it was healthy.
Yeah.
As a you think
it was like a this is what it could be like type deal?
There are certain parts of Africa that are like that this thing heals so much stuff and you can, I believe that it was overtelling or overselling of something that could be true. And I think it was, I think it's, what was that purple juice called? I can't even think of what it was called.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't think of
the deal that made him Black Panther or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know who made a lot of sense in that movie?
Who?
The damn bad guy.
The one that came back and killed for his father, avenged his father's death?
Yeah, and all the bullshit he went through.
What was his most famous line to you?
I'd have to watch the movie again. Man.
It was something that black people talk about, and I don't have it exact, but what he said was, I would rather die in the ocean like my ancestors than to live like a slave.
Okay, yeah, I remember when he said that.
Yeah, something to that effect.
Right.
I know I'm misquoting the movie, so don't be tripping with me because I'm misquoting it. But that's a sentiment that a lot of black people feel like, and even Africans feel like the blacks that are here are weak.
Yeah.
Because we didn't fight back or we didn't kill the white man for, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But slavery was so brutal that, man, if you see some brutal shit, you'll probably get in line too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we talked about it earlier. That's corporal punishment. That shit works. I guarantee you they used to do that same shit. If you fucked up and they may beat another slave just how long you gonna let your buddy get beat? I'm telling you, that shit works. I'm not letting my boys get fucked up. I just can't do it.
Hey, dog, do you know they would take the strongest slave, tie a rope around one leg, tie a rope around the other leg, tie the end of this rope that's around the right leg to a horse, tie the end of this rope to another horse, and beat both horses until they ran it. Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
So they ran in different directions. Have you ever watched the movie Roots?
Mm-mm.
I don't think a lot of white people have watched Roots.
I'm gonna say something that's crazy.
Okay.
I always just say realistic.
But a lot of times people don't know shit, so go ahead and say it, man.
I think the main movie I'd be basing a lot of my thoughts on this, and this is so awful, is Django probably.
Holy shit. Frick no.
I know it, I'm sorry.
No. Hey, listen, but I never want you to be ashamed of that.
Right.
I swear, but I think too many people try to shame people when they get their information. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where that's a good thing that you told me that. That is not a bad thing. People out there are a lot of people out there that go, yeah, there's that. No. There's a movie by Alex Haley and it's called Roots. It shows you the beginning of slavery and how they gathered a lot of their slaves. Do you know what brutal. Slave ships were like?
Were they probably in the hold, probably just underneath, maybe?
Chained to each other,
like at the bottom?
Feces getting on each other.
Yeah, they probably didn't have...
Urine getting on each other. Some people are dying from that. Some people jumped overboard and died in the ocean.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I actually believe that's why sharks are called great whites. Because them is black people come back, and that's why they only bite white folks.
Well, I think the ratio of swimmers in the ocean is more white people out there. I think that's one.
I'll be honest with you. Now I'm going to say this, and don't you white people repeat this. Them nigga sharks, baby. They come back to get the great white man. That's why they call it great white sharks. Yo, I swear I've always thought that.
I probably got some fucked up ancestors. Maybe I should. I'm rethinking the ocean now.
No. And I tell you this, but I really believe that a lot of it would be hard for you to sit down with me and watch that movie Roots.
Oh, yeah. You know what it would be like? And this is a terrible analogy, and this is probably offensive, but I'm going to tell you because I've just been telling you what I'm thinking. Okay, it seems to be working so far.
Yeah, come on.
That's like watching a sex scene with your parents in a room. I feel like it would be that same type of feeling, like, this is tough to watch.
It is.
Yeah.
But when it's tough to watch, can it help you understand?
Right.
And I think that would be the main thing.
Not the sex scene.
Not the sex. Frick, no. Because what if it's your parents having sex?
Yeah.
But I totally believe that if we did that together, and I'm saying black and white people, if you got black friends, watch that movie Roots with them. It's a series. It's not, it would take you like a week or two to watch it.
Right.
If you watched it every day, I think. It comes on every February. Dog, it would be hard for you to watch.
I'm sure, yeah.
What happened on the Edmund Pettus Bridge with black people. You know what the Edmund Pettus Bridge is?
Mm-mm.
It's Bloody Sunday.
That just sounds bad.
It's where black people were walking across a bridge in Selma. It was the march to Selma, Alabama, I believe. And man, on the other end of this bridge, it was Dr. King was leading this group. Man, and these people were bludgeoned by the police and other racist people or whatever in Alabama, and they caught it. I mean, they beat the crap out of these people on horses, tear gas, all this, and the next week they televised that thing. That kind of is what changed the civil rights movement. Is because they saw the beatings of everybody. And then white men showed up, white women showed up, and they walked across with them. You know, dog, to see that shit happen, it has no other choice but to play on your heart and have an effect on your mind. And how could you? It just, it helps. So I don't want to get off on a tangent on that. You know what I mean? But but I really think that, man, it may soften some hearts if you watch Roots.
I think a lot of people are wanting to, I don't know. I don't know. It's like a demon they don't want to face.
No, they don't want to face it.
They don't want to face that shit.
No, they don't want to face it.
I think I've had some really challenging conversations and I'm getting used to it. And I think that it's almost like a cheat code for me because I'm starting to feel like I'm gathering information and like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, the best thing that you can do is gather information.
Right. But a lot of people are just like, oh, that's a touchy subject. Let's not talk about it.
And then that's why I always say, you know, before we started talking today, me and Joe were sitting here talking and we were like, Joe said, you know, maybe we shouldn't get on race, but I always think we should.
Yeah.
And only because...
I forgot why I said that.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, as long as it flows naturally into it,
and
then we're doing right.
Naturally, but man, it's so much. It's so much.
So what do you think? Here I go.
It's okay to ask questions. That's where we help. So don't question yourself on asking a question. I welcome it.
You have heard this a million times. I know you have, but like the side of the argument that says, well, they were selling them, right? You know, so it was Africans selling the Africans, right?
Watch Roots, you'll see that too.
Yeah.
Brother,
but that doesn't justify what happened over here, right? Yeah.
O.J. Simpson was one of the ones at the beginning of Roots running around catching people. Could you run away from O.J. back in the day? Hell no. They were catching black people and sending them over there. Seriously.
Yeah. But that doesn't take away from what happened over here. And I think some people feel like that's a way to be like, oh, because I ain't gonna lie, I've heard it more than a dozen old white men say, oh, slavery. I mean, they was the ones sending them over. It's okay, if you got shipped over somewhere, you wouldn't be, it would still be a problem if you were getting mistreated in said place you're going.
It's a cop-out to use that as it's kind of like an excuse. But no, I mean, it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's a true statement. Yo, black people were selling other blacks into slavery. I don't think they knew they didn't know what they were sending them to.
Yeah, they may have thought that because they may have had a different understanding of what the word slave meant.
Because it did mean something different.
Yeah.
When it came to being over here.
I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely meant something.
When they sold them, they was like, this was finna be somebody that you took care of and maybe elevated and fucking.
Facts. But it was something totally different. It's kind of like a jacked
They had to have catch wind of that shit eventually, though, and known they was doing some bad shit, though. But
how would you catch wind of it? Did anybody escape and go back and tell them?
No.
And if you did, how the heck did you cross the seas?
Somebody, there had to have been somebody that went over there and was like, yo, do you know what the fuck's happened? I mean, eventually, that's what I'm saying. There had to have been some people that went back over there and was like, there's some bullshit over there.
Yeah, but by the time you got a certain amount over here, all they're doing is breeding.
Yeah.
That's what I think that's where the term mother fucker came from.
Really?
You know, they would blindfold black people and make them have sex with their mama.
Is that really where that came from? Damn, that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite words too. And I don't know if I could even break that.
But you know, they would take the big, strong black people, and if the mother was strong, man, they breed them. They breed them. They would, it's tough to hear, ain't it?
It is.
They would blindfold them so that your dick wouldn't get hard for your own mom. You know what I mean?
I hope not,
brother. If you blindfolded them and made them breed. So it was some jacked up stuff going on.
Yeah, that's too much. So let me take this a different route.
Okay.
What do you think of the people that say that and a lot of times it's like the I don't know, it comes from like the Black Israelite type people.
Okay.
But people that think that, so this guy laid it out for me one time and he said that the Native Americans were black people and that, because he said, how did they get across on all them boats? He said, you really think they transported all them people across the boats? And I was like, I mean, I thought, but you think that there was, I don't know, what's your thoughts?
There were people that were already here in America.
Yeah. So when we think of Indians, is that who we're thinking or no?
No, so there were the Native Americans.
Right.
There were some that were already here. I've got Native American in my blood. And we call them Native Americans because Amerigo Vespucci obviously is the one who discovered America.
Right.
They thought they were discovering India, which is why they call these people Indians. But
yep.
technically, they really are native to this land.
Yep.
They call themselves the natives because that's all the fuck that they are. There were people that were here. This was not a undiscovered land.
Right. Yeah. We've never came across any ocean and found it empty. Every time we show up at every place, whether it's Cortez in the South America, whether it's Indians there, or even when the Vikings came down through Canada.
Come on.
They always find people.
It was they always, yeah. What was the word that they called white people in Black Panther? Colonizer.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
They kept because they came over and they colonized.
Yeah.
Right? So there were people that were already here. There are some people that were enslaved, that were black, that were already here. The natives never thought you could own land.
Yeah, they were nomadic.
That's right.
They followed the bison. They followed the shit that they hunted, right?
So it wasn't like, hey, here's which is the story of the Mount Rushmore is so jacked up. That's a native land. And they took that from them. No. So, yeah, there were people that were already here. So, yeah, no, it was not uninhabited.
Right, yeah, I knew that, but like, were they like, I don't know, this guy put like a Black Israelite spin on it, like you know how that can go. I
don't really rock with all of what they say. I don't even know how much of what they say I do rock with. Let me be very clear.
Right. Yeah,
they're real radical.
Yeah.
I'm not a radical person.
That's the vibe I was getting, but I don't know.
I'm not a radical person.
I asked a bunch of questions and I'll just let somebody tell me what they think and then I'll think about the shit.
If what you're saying has to do with being derogatory to another group, I don't listen.
Right.
Because I don't rock with that.
Yeah.
I don't rock with that type of energy.
Yeah.
I do believe in being proud. I'm a proud black man.
Right.
I believe that white people should be proud white men. You know, I know they got but there's a sense of pride that becomes arrogance and it makes you think that you are superior to others when you are not.
Yeah, that's wrong. I agree.
That's where most people should agree. But they think, no, we've taken enough from white people. This is enough. Okay, I agree. It's enough. Now, you know why white men are getting a bad rap out? There have been so many broken promises over the years, broken treaties, and it usually favors them coming out on top. I even got a joke in my phone where I go, I understand why white people are like this. And it's because if you want your race to remain pure and you want your race to live on, anytime black blood mixes with white blood, people go, they're black now. Just like we talked about Obama. I mean, he's both black and white, right?
Yeah.
But if you see a mixed kid,
all the way it goes, it always goes the full other way, yeah.
So there are people, I understand why people you want your legacy, you want your race to live on, and you don't want it to die off. But the color wheel that they taught us in school lets us know that damn near anything that touches white, it becomes
whatever else, yeah.
Which is why I understand why they're that way, but I'm not saying you got to hurt others in order to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Teach. Man, that's why it was frowned upon for black people to be with white women, black men to be with white women. Like, dog, that was a crime in America, baby.
Yeah. Well, they think you're spoiling the damn.
When you take a black man and he gives it to a white woman, where are the white kids coming from?
Yeah. One thing I think that me and my wife are doing well, and I have a white wife and white kids. Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But my son, the people he's surrounded with, just because of who I just naturally have gravitated to, dude, he has like 2 white kid friends that like are from from me being you know what I'm saying. So he's got Antonio, he's got Alejandro. They're both black and Mexican mixed. He's got Zoe and Cameron. They're black and white mix. It's like, so like, his best friend at school is a little girl named Riley, a little black girl, and they.
How old is your son?
My son is 3, finna be 4.
Okay, right. Because I just was with my little cousin Riley.
Oh,
and that's
how old is she?
She's 4, I believe.
Oh, it could be. Does she go to the daycare? The Little Leopard daycare?
She's over there with the little leopards, I believe.
That's my
Her
son.
mom's a coach.
I ain't sure about that, but I just know Riley. Does she have braids and glasses?
She doesn't wear glasses.
Or maybe I can't remember. Show me a picture. This might be.
I took one with her today.
Yeah, let me see. Because I'll know if I see.
This is me and my Riley Pooh.
No.
That's not Riley?
Nope.
All right, yeah, that's me and my Riley.
Yeah.
We were together today. Like, so that's why I was kind of.
Oh yeah, because our age is almost.
Yeah, it's about
it
right
almost
there.
worked.
Like,
Yeah,
this is my baby.
Yeah. It's a different Riley, but
Yeah, all right.
But you know, he shows me his friends, and like he just has no thoughts about this, and so like I said, he's been at quinceañeras, he's been at the black barbecues. You know what I'm saying? Every get together we have is like some multicultural thing.
I love that.
And so he's not gonna know. He got in trouble, like, and I beat him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry. I probably should say it, but he said the N-word. But it was because
his friends were.
Because they're saying it in a way that, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, it wasn't like a derogatory thing. He was just saying what he was hearing.
What he heard.
And but I just had to make it a point. I may cut that. Where am I at? I need to cut that. Yeah. Anyways, I
don't want to put that off on him.
I said, we don't say, and I'm big on that. We do not say that shit.
But I think that's a good teaching moment. Whether you cut it out or not, it's up to you. You know what I'm saying? That's about you and your family. You know what I mean?
Right.
But some stuff I think is a good teaching moment.
Yeah.
I think we can learn. We can learn from our mistakes that we say on this camera.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think everybody shouldn't be using this as you're bad, you're wrong. We can learn.
Yeah.
This is what you learn from the thoughts of others.
Mm-hmm.
You don't dog them for their thoughts. And if you don't agree with their thoughts, teach them to what you feel is a better way. Or at least, this is why Jesus worked. Because Jesus taught in parables. They would ask him questions and he would never answer it directly. He would make you think.
Yeah.
Jesus made you think.
Yeah.
And honest to God, when I'm talking to you about certain stuff, brother, I actually just try to make you think.
Yeah.
Swear to God, that's really how I feel like I try to really get you to understand is just think about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not listen to me because I'm right.
Yeah. That's two different approaches. Totally
different approaches.
Yeah.
But most people did that, which is why I'm saying, like, I ain't mad at you for saying what you said, but I do know how you could think, some people gonna be like, let me strike that from here.
Yeah.
I get it.
But no, to me, it's important because it's like, especially if you're going to surround yourself with these people,
it's very important.
I want you to respect.
But, all right, so think about that. But then that video of those kids, see the kids, I think what you did is right. Honest to goodness, I think but those kids, the video, got an AR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those kids, they probably just were all saying it.
Yeah, they probably give him what some would call the pass.
The pass. The proverbial pass.
When I was in high school, they would tell me I could say it because I played basketball, I did music, or all this stuff. And there was like this like fucking, it was so cool that they would like let me say it. But then I had like an understanding moment later and luckily I came to this conclusion on my own before somebody else who didn't
give the pass.
Yeah, that's the thing about the pass. And that's what and I've talked about this, how I ran the studio. I did not let white people say the N-word on songs. I would just stop it. And I'd be like, hey, you got to cut that out. That's got my name on it. I don't play like that. That's just not something I believe in. We can't do this. So like, if you're going to freestyle, go write something. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I can't stamp my name on that. But it's like, you don't know. Because if you form a habit in Texarkana and you go visit Houston, you might say the wrong shit.
Brother.
And it's a motherfucker out there that does not care.
And they ain't giving you no pass.
No, they don't
said
care.
I can say it.
They don't care what the people in Liberty Island, they do not give a fuck.
They don't.
They do not give a fuck. They don't care what they told you can say over there. You're not over there. You are over here.
See, that's why I practice what I like. And when I say practice what I say, you don't see me. Like, I still want, it has never been said that black people can't say you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I still don't say it because I don't ever want to disrespect you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not been said that I can't say it. And I still won't say it and talking about what the hell I'm saying I ain't saying.
Yeah, I think, man, what you brought up earlier, like the colonizer word, I think that's actually like that makes me feel something more than cracker. Like, you know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah, no doubt. Because it's like, we're still so disconnected from slavery. Like I've never whipped nobody with nothing really, besides like a tree limb or something, or like a bungee cord. One time I hit my brother with a bungee cord. That's about the closest I got to whipping anything.
Yeah.
And that was white on white violence. That was me and my brother.
Hilarious. That was white on white violence. Hilarious.
So it's like, you call, if you were to like, you cracker, it's like, that just doesn't connect with me because like it's just not something that
But for me, because I think it's.
But yeah, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's from a respect angle, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm not out there whipping people, and I have no experience whipping people. And if my ancestors whipped people, which I don't even know if they did, I'm assuming probably. But I mean, fuck, they may not. They may have been chill for all I fucking know. I don't know.
Could have been, which is why I don't think that. Again, that goes back to the statement I said earlier. I don't think you should be paying for the sins of those that came before you.
Yeah.
You don't know if it was good or bad. None of us know that. But I do think that there has been, if white America would acknowledge the advantage that they've had just for being white, I think you kind of start. You know what an apology is, man? An apology is really changed behavior.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think there is an apology that's owed to Black America or those who have been disenfranchised. And because you apologize, don't mean that you're admitting guilt. It means that I'm willing to move forward and help you move forward. A lot of times the apology, it might help white people more than it does Black people. That's why Black people like, give us reparations. But what are we repairing? I cannot repair a color. I can repair a nation, which is why we don't even agree on who we are. But I'll tell you this. I believe that if you do give reparations, the way that you save it, the way that you make it right, is those who are to receive reparations must go through and pass a financial literacy course. Because Cedric the Entertainer said something one time. He said, if you give Black people reparations, ain't gonna do nothing to make Cadillac #1 dealership in America. Which I think is true because you'll squander it.
Yeah.
But if you gave financial literacy courses, I believe that then that's where the playing field becomes a little more level. I believe that now you have business owners and that business owners respect other business owners, and you could do business that way, and it'll make the economy a lot stronger. But I don't believe you just go out, hey, Black man, if you receive your $1 million today, well, here you go, sir.
Yeah.
I think that's doing a bigger disservice.
Yeah. It's like people winning the lottery that have no idea. Like part of keeping riches or wealth is a lot of the what it took for you to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you, I guess what I'm saying is if you can't be trusted with $5,000, you damn sure can't be trusted with $10,000. And as the number gets larger, the risk gets higher. You can't. Yeah. So learning how to manage $5,000 prepares you to have $10,000, and knowing how to manage $10,000 prepares you for 100. If you can't, if you fuck off 100, you can't have $1 million. You'll fuck it off. So,
yeah. And I think
that makes sense what you're saying. Yeah,
you cut that off because it can't go on forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just
because a kid is born in 2047, and he's Black, doesn't mean he gets reparations. You understand? So that it's like, you cut this is where it stops at.
Yeah, the rules, I think this is a part of the reason why they haven't done reparations. I think that there definitely could be other motives, but I think the logistics of it would be a nightmare.
It could be.
Yeah.
Or it could be nightmare.
And then everybody would be like Wakanda forever, like overnight.
Hell yeah.
It would be people to be like, fuck Africa. I ain't from motherfucking Africa. And then they'd be like, hey, we got reparations. They'd be like, you know what?
I am African.
I am African as fuck today.
Think about how many white people are in Oklahoma saying that they are Native Americans.
Oh, yeah. Like just a tiny percentage. Yeah, a percentage. Yeah, give me some of that casino money.
They are benefiting.
Yeah.
And they don't subscribe to the same rules that we have to abide by.
Yeah.
So there's that. So yeah.
I learned about the Indians, the Native Americans, that they'd never called each other Indians. Like while now all this shit was going on, they were just like warring tribes. They were just different. They were just
absolutely.
That's part of the reason why I don't know. So the colonizer thing, I do get that we came and we took a bunch of shit and we could, but it's like, I'm big into history.
I love it too.
It's a lot of fucking colonizers and they not always white. And it's happened throughout times in different ways, shapes and forms. And the Native Americans or the people that were here when we got here, they were fucking each other up. It was the Wild West for sure.
Yeah. Just in this land.
Yeah.
The difference, because I try to find what the difference is. There are African tribes that fucking each other up. You know what I mean?
Right.
There are different factions of the Chinese people that are.
Well, you're saying that since we came across the ocean and just decided this was our shit now.
This is our shit now.
But I mean, Alexander the Great looked across some like the Mediterranean Sea and was like, you know what? That shit over there is not mine, but it's finna be.
That's right. You have people that have conquered other land. To conquer that land, there's some egregious shit that happens. But which is why those who came and settled over here, man, they had to give those that were already here something. Which is why you do have those. You know what I'm saying? Bro, them casinos don't pay no taxes, baby.
Oh, no,
You know what I mean? Like, we owe you something.
So, I mean, if you think about it, the way some of these places got conquered in the old school, the even older school style, you wouldn't get no fucking casino.
Dog, if I came to your house, if I was over at your house and I was sitting on your couch and I found $5,000 in the couch, is that mine or yours?
I mean,
I found it.
Yeah, you found it. But technically it's mine. But at the same time, if I can't defend it and if I can't prove you stole it, you could conquer it. You could get away with the shit.
How would it make you feel?
I wouldn't like it.
Would you?
But at the same time,
house again?
No.
And that is how.
But that's the thing.
Feel.
If you win a fight, though, it don't make a fight. If I come over to your house and whoop you so bad that you don't want to come home, I could just live in your fucking house.
You could. You could.
Yeah, and then you just know better not to come back because I'll whoop your ass. I think
and
that's
is that
how
right or wrong.
That's wrong, but I mean
that's how it was.
But that's how the whole world's been built, though.
Absolutely, and it don't make it right.
Right? Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not saying conquering is right, but I'm saying I think it's natural.
I think it. Okay. Boy, this is a deeper conversation than what you know.
Let's get it.
All right. Yeah, because I know we passed time. But look here. You want to know how deep that is? Sleeping with underage girls only became unpopular in the 90s.
Yeah.
Just because, but now it's unpopular.
And it was real bad. And
come on, man.
Further back, it was bad.
Come on, man. Our grandparents. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Dog. It just became unpopular and kind of against the law just now.
Yeah. We talking about Alexander the Great. He had like a boy.
Come on, dog. Hey, I was watching something on that and I quit watching it as soon as I was like, oh, too gay.
What? No.
You know what I'm talking about? It was on Netflix.
What was it?
I love
Rome
history.
or something, or was it a documentary?
I think it was called Alexander the Great. It was almost like a documentary, but it was
yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
so
a real
like
story.
a lot of that was like I've read about this a lot lately, and don't ask. I'm not into it, but like when you get into history, you start to realize.
You start seeing.
So like I've been into a lot of ancient Rome stuff, a lot of stuff like that, and they had boys.
Yeah, they did. Boy toys.
And it wasn't, and the deal is, a lot of people are not even sure if it was a romantic thing or if it was just like a status thing.
It is. Okay, you take somebody like Puff Daddy and them, they be like, I just feel good dominating another man. I don't want that much power. I want to dominate another man.
No, I just want to chill.
Yeah.
I think most people just want to chill. That power
I feel like this
wild...
bitch ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, where are the ladies at?
Where the ladies
Where
at?
are the appropriate age ladies at?
Yeah. But that's a thing that like, you can get deeper into that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be right for you to do it to me and it wouldn't be right for me to do it to you.
Right.
And because we now know that, but I think this is the age of knowledge, even though we're dumber.
Yeah, but the problem is it may swing like the other way. Like
I think that's what people are always afraid of, that it will always swing the other way.
Well, because like there's a sect of people that say that there is a new sexual orientation.
It is.
And it maps.
What?
Maps.
Like, what do you mean?
When I say this, you're going to throw up maybe. This is a real thing and it's connected to a couple letters and there's nothing against the letter community.
That's what I'm thinking that you're talking about. And I'm trying to figure out what
it's called MAPS, minor attracted person. minor attracted person.
Oh yeah. I'm
And
not gonna
they're-
throw up because I think it's a yo.
No, but they're saying, but they want to make that like, come
man.
here.
My grandfather was 26 when he married my 16-year-old grandmother.
Yeah, I mean,
His ass would have been in jail today.
yeah, no doubt.
That was the norm back then.
Yeah, but like,
It wasn't frowned upon.
To me, 16 is like, that's when it starts getting great. Definitely the law says no. I personally wouldn't do it. I'm
I
just
personally
saying.
wouldn't do it.
But that's when it gets great. But I think anything below 16 is you need your damn shit knocked off. But I mean, that's just once again, that's
If
just
he's
my
19
opinion.
and she 15. Think about this, dog. 19-year-olds go to school with 15-year-olds. And if we're in the
Yeah.
same school together,
Yeah, I think high school ages make more still is grayer than anything. But like high school and middle school, that's no bueno. That's getting rough.
yeah. His ass jacked up. But that's because you morally, but man, the back in the day, that was the norm.
Yeah, kings would have their daughters set up by 12.
It still happens in lots of communities around the country, not the country, the world.
Right.
There are communities that, the father is the first person to sleep with the daughter and he doing that. Oh, it just sucks that he's doing that whenever she becomes a woman. How old when girls become women?
What is it, like 11 or 12 now? Somebody said it's starting earlier. For some reason, the national level is like, it's going down from like 11 to like 10.
9 and 10-ish. Dog, hey, Joe, it's the way that the world will, again, this is the sophisticated age. I think that's what it's called. We're understanding a lot more. But dog, people's thoughts have always been people's thoughts. There are people that are really attracted to younger women. That's their attraction.
Yeah, but do we say this is cool? Because doesn't that open the door for people to take advantage of people that can't fight back?
It does. It does open that door to take advantage.
I think ignorance is bliss. They had their little time. I guess they didn't realize that shit. But I think the door is open now, and if you're an adult, you don't fuck with 12-year-olds or we'll fucking kill you.
Hey, man,
Excuse me, I need to cut that, but
you ever seen The Color Purple? Man, it's another black movie directed by, was it Stephen King? It was somebody like that, right? And it could have been Stephen. I can't even remember his name. But the black father set up his daughter to go be with this older gentleman.
Yeah. Now, when I watch it on Game of Thrones, I don't get upset, but I know it's just a show.
Right. But it came from a real place.
Yeah, I know it.
That's why look, you watching it, it's like, it's just entertainment. Shit, that was somebody's life.
Yeah, I know it. But what I'm saying is now
that we know better,
yeah, we should fucking quit.
we got to do, yeah, but we know, me and you know we ain't doing that.
No, hell no.
But there are men that come out that like younger women. Think about this, Donald Sterling.
Yeah, the basketball.
The dude that owned the Clippers and whatnot.
Yeah.
I found this out when I moved to LA. Brother, do you know that's the norm? Think about De Niro. Is that who it is?
Robert De Niro?
Got a young ass girl.
Oh, dude, he's almost 80 and she's like 20 something.
Hey, dog.
That's 60 years.
Brother. That's nasty.
I think it's about...
Because she's grown, you think it's right? Nah.
Well, I don't...
But they've got freedom of choice at that point. They can both do what
I
they
think
want
once
to do.
you're an adult, you should make adult... I think the whole thing is... I think my whole thought and argument on it is, it's like once you get a certain age, you are responsible for your shit.
You are.
And we've raised that age. And I think we've done a good thing by raising that age.
I believe so,
You
too.
don't need to buy cigarettes until you're older. If you want to smoke them nasty motherfuckers when you get older, that's on you, brother. If you want to lay down with a girl that is younger than you, I think you should both, you know what I'm saying, be older. I think that there's shit that's expected of you as an adult, because at that point, we treat you like you're out on your own. But like I'm all for defending the people that need to be defended and that cannot defend themselves.
You know how many black kids have got, and I say black, and this is probably not a great analogy, but it's very true, right? So it's not even an analogy if it's true. You know how many black kids have gone to jail and on the registered sex offenders list because as a senior in high school, he's 17 but he's dating a sophomore girl who's 15. She's just 2 years younger than him.
Right.
Most people in relationships.
Yeah, my wife's 2 years younger than me.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was 17. She was 15 at once.
That's right.
Yeah.
So now when the black kid who's dating the white girl, he's 17, she's 15, he goes off to college. He's now 18. She's now still 15 based on how their birthdays go.
Right.
He was 17. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Based on how their birthdays go.
I thought there was some type of law that if you were dating during that time, shit, I hope so. Or else
there's a pastor friend of mine in Houston who's on the registered sex offenders list because of this.
I think that's wrong.
Dog, I know a lot of people that's like that.
But I mean, because if you let's say, because I mean, 15-year-olds, two 15-year-olds could fall in love, right? A 15, 16-year-old could fall in love. A 15 and 17-year-old could fall in love.
Facts.
I think that if I reach like what we would call adulthood first, I think that if we have an established relationship, I think is different. Now, if I'm at college and I'm away at college, but I come back into town and I'm looking for high school girls, like ninth graders.
For her specifically, the one that you were in love with.
Yeah.
Her parents, listen.
Yeah, I think the parents could cause.
And
issue.
they have.
Yeah, I agree. I would say that.
Do you think?
I don't think that's pedophilia, though.
I don't either.
No.
But you on the registered sex offender list because of it.
To me, what I consider it is, because it's like there's this thing in my head, like especially since I had kids, but it's something I say all the time, and I'm around a lot of kids. It's like any kid around me is fucking safe.
That's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm capable. I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I won't put it on camera, but
yeah, no, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
At all moment, yeah.
You're good, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, we ready. It's like all kids around me is safe. And I truly believe that in my soul, because to me, it's all about, all these arguments, at least in this area, are about, can that kid stand up for herself, or are they in a position where they can get taken advantage? Yeah, that's where I think that shit's fucking wrong, and I'm ready to do something about it.
100%. You know, I've dealt with with my own son, where somebody took advantage of him.
And that's even more fucked up.
But the person was around his age. But see, my son has a disease where his muscles don't work like yours do.
Yeah.
So he can't really defend himself like that. Burns you up, don't it?
Yeah.
What do you do when they're his age?
I don't know. That's when you hire another kid at the school.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, how often do you hire the kid? Because you know what I'm saying?
Let me get another kid.
Because we're going to continually.
Yeah.
When do you get your satisfaction?
I don't know.
And what if it's a family member? When do you get what makes you satisfied? It doesn't undo the situation.
Right. True.
Shit, brother. I can talk about that from a lot of different angles.
Yeah, revenge doesn't fix what you're getting revenge for.
It doesn't.
It doesn't undo it. You know, it's just...
It doesn't undo it. And you can spend a lifetime trying to avenge what happened to you with revenge, and all you're doing is causing destruction. What you need, I believe, is counseling, the person that went through it.
Right.
You need counseling because you need to be healed of that. Whoever did that to you, there does need to be some sort of punishment.
Yeah.
But their punishment doesn't heal you.
Yeah. That's like people that get family members killed and then they go so I'm gonna try not to say this in a way that's gonna get me like flagged or anything. So just follow with me. If something happened to my kids, and especially if it's an adult, that adult has to be dealt with. And
you want to deal with them.
Yeah, and I will take whatever comes with that.
Oh, I understand.
100%. And that's just what it is. Yeah. You know exactly what I mean. I'm ready for whatever it is.
You want to know something that I did? My ex-wife does not like me for this. My son was joining Boy Scouts, much younger. He's joining Boy Scouts. And I wasn't there. I wasn't in Houston. But I'm very involved.
They've got a bad rap.
Life.
The Boy Scouts got a bad rap.
They got a bad rap, don't they? Very involved in my son's life. We're always FaceTiming and da-da.
Right.
And she's there. She's like, Derek, he's signing up for Boy Scouts. These are the people. I say, hey, is the guy around that's the leader? She said, yeah, he's around. I said, can I talk to him? She said, what are you about to say? I said, I just want to talk to this guy.
A little conversation.
Dude, she took him out of Boy Scouts so fast. because I said, hey, man, my name is Derek Keener. I want you to know that my son does have a father. No, I'm not there physically at the moment, but I do not want you to ever try to take advantage of my child because you didn't see me. I want you to know that I'm here. And if I ever find out that you or anybody else up there, my baby, I'm going to come fuck you. And you're not going to like it.
No.
And I'm going to, whatever you do to him. And I mean, he was stunned and she was embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed.
Yeah. I mean,
I need you to know.
Yeah.
If you ever touch mine.
Yeah, it's different about the kids.
Whole nother level of bullshit that we're about to get into.
Yeah.
And whatever comes with that, like you said.
It is what it is at that point.
It is what it is.
I would have a lot of regret if I made some mistake and it landed me in jail or this and that. I would be very disappointed in myself. But if it's something that, hey, and like you said, that even that won't fix it.
Won't fix it.
But it's got, but
boy, look here. look here, Joe.
Some shit
won't
just
fix it.
Something, it ain't gonna get fixed, but
look here, dog.
Something's gonna happen. Yeah.
Something got to happen, baby. I got to do something to you.
Yeah.
And I'm not sitting here advocating killing someone.
Right. No.
Because we all know that, yeah, certain like, yo, it could lead to that. But I still think something need to happen. And I damn sure want my pound of flesh. I won't mind. Even though I'm probably really not that type of guy.
Yeah. Oh, we would bring it out of you, though.
There's an animal inside of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
My cousin used to tell me, he said, and this is what I learned about me. You got to walk your demon. I walk my demon from time to time.
Yeah, let him out.
That's why I know who he is.
Yeah.
Other people don't understand. They see and they be like, ooh, that's a demon. I'm like, yeah, I walk him. Because if he comes out and you don't know how to control, it's like a dog.
Yeah.
I let your dog out, baby.
Yeah, because if he see freedom, he go, ooh.
Liable to go crazy and you can't control him.
Right. No, I agree. A lot of people get to that point and they're like, damn, I'm acting unusual.
Hey.
I'm acting real.
You acting real unusual, baby. I know what that feel like, and I've been unusual.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Every once in a while, I don't mind. I think it's necessary.
I think it is. I think it's necessary to show people that you do have that side.
Yeah, it's like when they talk about violence, like,
yeah.
Like, you know, I've been trained in violence. Like, that was my job at one point.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, to me, it's not cool to walk around. Like, if you talk to like MMA fighters or anybody, people that deal in violence, they realize that it's something that having the capability of violence is beneficial.
Very.
But if you are searching to put your violence out there, it's bad. That is a crash out. That's when bad things happen to you, when you search to use your capabilities of violence.
And that's why those who really know how to exact violence upon others hate people that try to do that.
Yeah, I'm a dangerous dude. Like there's some ways and shapes and forms and things that I know I'm a dangerous guy, but I'm not out here looking. I do not want to fight nobody. I don't want to shoot nobody. I don't want to do none of that shit. I have the capabilities to defend myself and defend my family. And
but you know, that's why it's almost like that's why women like bad boys.
Yeah.
Because he's going to.
You have to at least have the capabilities of violence. Women love that.
You need to know. Women want to know that you know how to go kill something.
Yeah.
That's why hunters.
Oh, they love that. Oh, yeah. Like, you go put some meat that you got in the freezer for them. It's like some primal shit happened to them.
It is. And y'all fuck good afterwards. She just want to know, like, yo, take your woman shooting that gun and you go shoot your gun. It turns her on. Tell her something. Yo, if you talk to your kids a certain way to turn your woman on, because you be like, tell them, baby. She just want to know that you're like that.
Yeah. The capabilities. It's a big thing. Yeah, I'm capable. It's just, it'll get you in trouble, to get other people in trouble, and it'll ruin your life.
It could. But that's where, see, part of knowing violence is also knowing peace.
Yeah.
I've searched for the peace within.
Yeah.
So that I can, but if you come disturbing my peace within, I'll do all I can to keep it.
Right.
But I'll do all I can to defend it.
Yeah, you can protect your peace with violence. 100%. That's what America's like. At least like our gun laws.
Like, oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's why we can have what we have. We're supposed to be able to protect our peace with violence if the time came.
That's right. That's why you have, I believe in defending yourself. I don't believe nobody
100%.
should be defenseless.
No, that's crazy. And then if you and like my views on gun stuff, Lord, and it may change. I may look at shit later and be like, you're a dumbass.
Mhm.
But from right now, like, look, if they say, all right, all the guns need to go up, everybody with a conscience would be like, if that's the deal, you know what I'm saying?
That all guns need to do what now?
Go like get, like they take our guns or something.
No.
Yeah. I'm just saying. But like, because there are people that feel like, okay, we got these school shootings and we got this. Nobody needs guns. The problem is the moral people that would feel the moral obligation to give up their guns in said moment because that is the law. That's the fucking law-abiding people.
Yeah, we could benefit from a lot less guns. Like, how certain countries are where they don't have the gun violence that we have.
Yeah, but they also couldn't defend themselves from a tyrannical government either.
But again, let's go. No, they could not, and you would want that. Let's go back to the beginning. Whenever you said, "I believe everybody should go through the military training."
Yeah,
but for you learn some shit.
Yeah,
it's too many people out there that are afraid of violence.
Yeah,
there's kids are afraid of guns, or women are afraid, or whoever's afraid. I don't like guns. Why not? The gun land,
that shit is
it's safe.
The gun is safe in a capable person's hands, in a responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Need to go through that.
Yeah,
because they don't teach you that safety. There's nothing. You can. It's dangerous to swim.
Yeah,
if you don't know what you're doing.
When I was recording rappers, gun safety, I'll stop the session and teach a fucking class. They got me fucked up, dude. I'm seeing lasers and shit in there on the ceiling. I'll stop the song. I'll bring everybody out and put them on the couches. I'll pull out my gun and say, hey, look, I'm going to show you how you need to hold this and where you need to. I did this before. Yeah, there was 6 people on the couch and they all had their fucking, they were in the booth and it looked like a disco show in there. Well, they all had all their lasers up. And I'm seeing lasers hit this glass and all this stuff. I stop it and I say, yo, like, I got a background for this shit. You cannot point that motherfucker at me. I'm going to lose my shit. So I said, how about this? Let's sit down and let's look at this motherfucker. If y'all going to tote guns and you're going to be around me, I won't even make you put it away. Like, you know what I'm saying? I won't even.
I ain't scared of your gun.
Yeah, I'm scared of you not knowing what the fuck to do.
That's right.
And so I sat down with these dudes and was like, look, you don't never put your finger on a trigger unless you're going to shoot it. You never point at somebody unless 100%. You're ready to use this motherfucker. If you leave one in the head, you cannot touch that trigger no matter what the fuck is going on.
You cannot. I don't even think I got one in the head on here. I don't think I do.
I don't right now because... and some people will get onto us and be like, whoa.
So if I know that I'm going somewhere where I don't think I got one in there. No. I think I've kept it out.
And they're like, oh, well, that's the difference. So it's like, most of the time, like, it just depends where I'm at. Right now, in this situation, that somebody kicking the door, and like you say, and it could just be your time, dude. Like, but I'm always going to attempt to defend myself. But if you're going to be around weapons, you got to know how to use weapons. I'm not doing it. I've been around too many rappers and it's like they're all, and that's what I will say, dude, they do not know what they're carrying. Even in these videos, I'll be damned if I be a damn rapper, videographer. I don't care if you show.
What that man tell me?
What do you think? Oh, got an AR?
No.
Oh, yeah. Why is
jacked up, ain't it?
Yeah.
But you see so many people, and it's I know it's a racist, but it's also like, damn, look at what he's saying.
But at this point, like let's say when I say this, I don't believe this any point fiber in my body. I really don't believe this is racist. What I'm saying, I'm looking at fucking statistics of like what's coming in front of me. What am I seeing? How are they handling this weapon? Mm-hmm. They are not. The discipline is not there.
It's not, and I get it. Young, dumb, out of control. They have no clue what they're doing. They just have it because that's what everybody around them has.
And white dudes do it too.
Nobody. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, no. You're right. But you know what? When I see disciplined, sometimes I think it's too young for a kid to have a gun. But when I see kids that understand discipline, I get it. It's like, yo,
if I teach my son tomorrow the proper way to use a gun, he's not ever going to hold it sideways. He's not ever going to point at his friends. He's not ever going to do none of that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
The thing about the sideways, I know that's just a stereotype and shit, and that is racist to tell a joke that way. I'm not arguing that, but fam, you cannot shoot that motherfucker sideways. So if you do any type of variation of like not looking down the sights,
that's right.
You fucking up. One thing that gets me going, and it's I
Why
swear
straight bullets be hidden,
dude. The
wrong target.
These rappers, I'm telling you, and my beef with rappers, like. Some people think that it's like, I've even been accused of being like, and not by any actual rapper. It's always outside people that say, oh, well, you're racist because how you talk about rappers. Because they're, most of the time, but no. I'm talking about what I see. And that's all I can talk about.
I don't like when people feel like just because you saw something, you're being racist. Like, yo, you know how you were like, yo, I don't understand this, or this is what I know. Dog, that's how you get to know shit, by talking about shit.
Yeah. And bro, the way they're holding the weapons around
is wrong.
That's all I know. It's wrong.
It's all wrong.
And then they would come in and they'd tell me, oh, I was just in a shootout. And I'm like, damn, who died?
Nobody.
Nobody.
That you were trying to hit.
Yeah, and they would say nobody. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, if I have more, like, because this is my theory. I think I've said this. And like I said, somebody will hear this and take this shit as racist. But I'm just saying, rappers, you know why they carry so much bullets? Because they can't fucking aim.
You can't aim. I don't even carry extra bullets with me.
No, if I can hit you with this is a tiny one. I'm not going to
camera. No, I feel you.
It's only got 6 shots.
What am I carrying? 9 or 12?
Yeah. I'm probably going to get you.
I'm more than likely I'm going to get you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Because, dog, I'm aiming. Most people don't go to gun ranges.
No.
They don't know how hard it is to hit a target.
Oh, yeah. Especially in a hype situation, too. That's what they said. You're not training at the gun range for a shootout.
No.
Either.
No.
You got to get shot back at.
And you got to realize that in a shootout, somebody they just ran. No, dog, I'm trying to hit something.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I've never been in a shootout like that. Like, well, yeah, when I was younger and that shit. But at this age,
no.
Brother, listen, I'm not pulling unless I'm ready to use it.
Exactly.
I'm not aiming it at you.
So let's do a test.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in decent proximity away from somebody,
mm-hmm.
but there are things around you, and somebody pulls somebody, you have and you could tell that type of situation is finna occur. One is the first things you think of.
I think like if somebody pulls a weapon.
Yeah, but is this not necessarily if we're just like this close.
Okay.
But like if there's distance between you, which a lot of times these guys in these quote unquote gunfights are not all that close to each other.
Mm-mm.
As soon as the first round is fired, more than likely, my first reaction is cover.
That's what 100% what I'm saying.
Even more than shooting back. Because if I
gotta get safe.
If I establish a position
where
I'm safe or more safe than you, I'm gonna get you back before you get me.
And I think that like, when you're saying that, I'm sitting here thinking, well, I gotta get to safety. Like I can't go, let me get my weapon out. I need to be safe first.
That's what a lot of my training has taught me. Like the main thing you do is get to where they can't shoot you.
Yeah. And when you're saying that, you know what I'm sitting here thinking? Is there a car? Like I'm thinking of what's around
100%.
Is there
get behind
a car there?
Get behind a wall. Get behind something.
I swear that's all I can see. And I'm putting it in my head like, oh, I got to get down behind that car. Why I said a car, I don't know, but that's what my mind went to that. And I'm thinking, you see it in movies where the police, he gets down, then he gets his weapon.
Yeah.
He uses his ears. He's using his senses. How many shots came out of that gun? That sounds like it's got this many bullets in it.
That's like have you seen that old Clint Eastwood one? He said, was that 5 or 6?
Yeah.
He said, you feeling lucky?
You feeling lucky?
You, punk?
Do you punk? Yeah. Listen, and then is it getting further away or is it getting closer to me?
Yeah.
You got to think about all that shit. And but even when I'm thinking about it, I got to make sure that, I live.
Yeah, that's the most important part.
I've got to live.
A successful gunfight is not getting shot.
That's right.
I don't care how many people you shoot. A successful gunfight is when you leave alive.
I'm not just shooting just to shoot.
Exactly. There's lots of things that go. One of the simplest ways to get somebody before they get you, is to find cover and change elevation. So if I hide behind a tree and I get on my knee, if you let's say you're aiming at me, you take a shot, you miss. I go behind a tree. Where you aim? You're aiming more than likely center mass, which would be here.
That's right.
If I change elevation, if I get behind a tree and immediately drop down to one knee, I'm more than likely below center mass, and I'm under you. So the next shot you take is more than likely over me. I probably can pop you then.
Yeah, because I'm always trying to aim center mass. Most people be like, I got a headshot. You know, or now their whole thing in rap is, I walked them down.
Walked them down, yeah. It's so good.
I don't think people know how hard it is to kill somebody, like walking up on them, brother, and doing it. That's hard.
Yeah, because a lot of people survive even up close gunshots.
Yeah, dog. You gonna really walk? No, shut up, dummy.
But people, but I mean, like the gun violence is wild, right? It is, and it's out there. But I think a lot of that has to do with like you say, the people that get hit with strays and stuff. That's so sad. These people don't have no, you know what I'm saying? You're taking somebody out of the fight. I'm under the impression of like, if two warriors go at it, then the result is a warrior's result.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We signed up. It's like two people getting in the cage.
I signed up for this.
You signed up for that shit if you get knocked out. But if you get out that cage, and you knock a fan out, that was not a warrior's agreement. You're not a warrior at that point. Right. You're a bully.
That's right.
And so
it should bring shame upon you.
Yeah. So like we've talked all night. We've been talking about kind of going back to, and we'll end it like thinking about this, but like our tribal nature, our actual nature of us being primal, you know, because we're animals and technically we're animals. And throughout the years, we've got to where we are today, where we can sit around and we're not getting chased by a big cat, and we can sit around and say, you know, what is the age of consent? Like, let's really think about that shit.
Sorry about that, baby.
Yeah, it's like, but some of these conversations are you know, it's you're lucky you can even sit around and talk about these because you're not getting chased by a fucking bear right now. There's not a warring Indian clan about to hit you, or you're not trying to conquer a warring Indian clan or whatever it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We're more civilized.
Yeah. So now we can sit around and talk about this shit. But there's a lot of things inside of us that make a lot more sense if we could get back into that mindset.
It would if we could get back into that mindset. As long as I think everything that we do revolves around respect. Can I respect the fact that that's a child? And not that my loins are saying conquer her.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Yeah, it's a respect thing. Yeah,
respect that that's a baby, brother.
Yeah,
no fucking adult lady. Sorry, I know that language is a little.
Yeah, it's also the teachers that like the lady teachers that hook up with the high school boys.
That's something that we hardly.
Bad.
It is.
We like the boys, we congratulate that shit.
They get high fives and stuff. Yeah. You know, older women always look at little boys. It happened to me a lot when I was a kid growing up. That's my little boyfriend.
Yeah.
Older women do that a lot. And they go, he's so handsome. Men can't go, she's so beautiful. Like,
no, it don't work that way.
No, it does not work that way. But again.
But we get hyped up on that.
Boys,
like if
I know I did.
Like a cute older lady. If to this day.
It was a lady.
Stay away from me, old lady.
Oh, no, it was a lady back in the Gap that boy, every man wanted that I had.
Yeah.
Woo! Shouts out to you. But yo, if I look at it today, that was wrong.
Yeah. But some of it we think is right, but it's wrong. And I think there's elements as guys we're not thinking about.
We're not, because we thinking
like high five. Yep. You did it, brother.
You've high fived.
Because we've all sat around and looked at a teacher and was like, yeah. There was a teacher that was sending my buddy pictures in school.
Shut up.
Yes. And he showed me the pictures, and then I was like, as a raging hormone teenager, like he was legendary. I was like, bro, how do you have pictures of the teacher? This is wild. You're a god.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. I know we gotta go and all that, but there was the boys in my classroom one time were like, Coach Keena, you seen old girl? She ain't got no drawers on. So I tell the boys, hey, don't you ever talk to me like that again. I am not one of those that I don't look at kids. Don't you ever talk to me like that ever again. Yeah. I don't look at little girls. You know, some of these kids are really thick now. Like, they look like adult women.
Yeah, that is, I mean, like the 16 area, they can fool you. Like,
They said,
and they wear makeup and they dress a different way than
They do.
Like I remember the girls when we were 16.
Joe.
Well, at least when I was 16, it was probably even worse then.
Yeah.
It's different now. Like but
Joe, I'm gonna
you
tell
have
man,
to, but you have to do the right thing.
I was sitting behind my desk and I had my head down, and the girl who they were talking about, she came to my desk. I didn't know this. I looked up, hey brother, I'm a grown man. I'm saying this now as a former teacher. I was shocked and like it was instant, like almost like, And I said, what do you want? She goes, could you tell me where? Now, while she's talking to me, the boys are standing behind her going, and I'm sitting here like, yo, I'm trying to keep my professional demeanor.
Yeah.
Yo, it really was a shocker that she was I'm a grown man. I don't look at kids. It was a shocker, like how that girl looked. And I'm just being honest with you, man.
Right. Yeah.
And she was talking, and I got infuriated with her. I said, are you in my classroom? Do not come back to me. Ask your teacher. And I did that so she would get, and she thought I was so mean and she never came back around. But listen, brother, you could damn near see through that dress, man.
No.
And she wasn't wearing no drawers. I don't even know how they let her in school that day.
No.
I don't know how they let her in school.
That's like a trap too, because like if
it's a trap.
If one kid said something, and that's why you're smart to respond how you was, because like if one kid,
I was so rude.
you have to be.
I had to be in order to get away. Dog, your natural instinct sometimes does. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, I was rude to that baby. To you, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm pretty sure she's out of school now.
Yeah, but you got to go. But no, I mean that's smart. You got to protect yourself. Yeah,
get far away from me, man. It was not good, Joe.
Yeah.
When she looked every bit of what they, and when she walked out, all the boys came. Was like, "We told you, we told you."
You
and
can't
I was
play
like,
into it at all, because they will go tell Mr. Keenan was in there.
Man,
they'll say, because here's how they'll get you. They'll say, "Shit, even Mr. Keenan was looking at it."
That's right,
and that's enough. That's how you get where you can't go 100 foot from a Chuck E. Cheese.
And that's how you get where you can't. Ooh, he can't go to Chuck E. Cheese. No, yeah. But I always remained professional.
Yep.
No kid can ever say that you know what I mean? And I take pride in that.
That's important.
I definitely take pride in it. But I mean, of course, girls do throw themselves at you. They like older men.
Yeah.
And some men are so lame and that they go for that. I had enough women on my,
Yeah. Oh, there's so many professors and teachers out. Oh, you want to turn that F into a D at least?
Oh, the girls are the aggressive ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're gonna get out of that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those kids, they were. But again, who are you, sir or ma'am?
Yeah.
Dog, I don't look for no affection from no child.
Yeah.
As an adult, you shouldn't. I don't. You know what I mean? Dog, and you a professional, and you like, I don't know, dog. I don't see how they do it. It's not even a thought of how could I get away with it. I don't even see how you. Yo, I'm sitting here looking at the teachers that do sleep with kids, the ladies that sleep with the little boy. Ma'am, I'm over here with all this adult penis. You don't want none? I got this adult penis, baby. I give it to you. You can't. I just think, other teachers would be ready to smash.
They think you're going to catch a cramp or your back going to give out.
No, baby. I'm good. I take vitamins, baby. You want some vitamin D? I got that for you.
I drank a gallon of water today, yo.
Yeah. Derek got an AR?
Derek got an AR.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I miss you, Chief.
Yeah, we miss you, brother. Man, that seemed like a good place to end it.
Good place to end, baby.
No, man. For the channel, like, share, subscribe, do all that cool shit, man. I'm gonna get on it, man.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. Happy Thanksgiving, Chief, if you watch this, and everybody out there.
Yeah.
This will be out maybe by Thanksgiving. I don't know. I got so busy this weekend, I didn't even get the last one out. It's coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
So
and then I'm in Dallas at the Addison Improv on Wednesday. That's if this is out by that point. I'm at the Addison Improv on Wednesday, and then the following week I'm in Boston, Massachusetts with Jimmy O Yang.
Awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's gonna be super cool.
Yeah.
I miss my friend. I ain't seen my friend in about a year and a half, but he always sends me cool birthday gifts.
Yeah, hell yeah. I'm about to be in Tulsa. I'll be in Tulsa Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
All right. With the family?
Yeah, I got family over there on my mom's side, so that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, man. I hope y'all enjoy your Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy your Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is a tradition. I always go to Tulsa.
A word.
Yeah.
I'm hanging out with my friend Keisha Morris. Her family always invites me over. Since my dad passed away in 2018, man, I've been nomadic on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it's a very sad time for me. I cried on Saturday. I'm pretty sure I'll cry again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I miss my mom on then for sure. And it's my uncle. So my mom's brother also passed away. And that's their family I go see. So it's his ex-wife and the two and my two cousins, my first cousins. But like I love them kids. Like it's two girls and like they don't have their dad. So it's like I feel like this obligation to go down there and like it be
Family,
I'm you know, and I call them all the time and stuff. And especially the younger one, Olivia, that's like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I hate seeing, I don't know. It's so rough. That family shit's rough, man.
get it.
Yeah, and then the holidays.
You see how it was before we started the show. I was like, oh, wait a minute. I got to call my uncle.
Yeah.
He's 72.
Yeah.
Wish him a happy birthday. You know what I mean? Family is important. And so, man, yeah, stay close with your family, brother.
Yeah.
As much as you can.
I think that's what Thanksgiving's good about. But man, let's get out of here, dude. I enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with the Chief. Probably on Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. Tuesday
we'll get back to Tuesdays. Yep, that'll do it, man. So appreciate y'all tapping in. Y'all be blessed.
Peace.